Hello, everyone.
What's up, dirty dogs?
Hello?
Hello, everyone.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
What up, everybody? Good morning. It's good to see you guys. Good morning. Guys, the LA City Council, again, they're too busy doing nothing, talking in all the little side meetings. They don't want to address the city. They don't want to hear from you. So they won't be going live, I guess, today. Who knows if they show up tomorrow? Who gives a fuck? Useless, disgusting DEI hires. Remember what DEI stands for. Didn't earn it. You remember that throughout your day. Having said that, we're going to watch a little Dolton, City of Dolton meeting from 9/5/2023. I put the title up in there, put the replay, put the dates. That way you don't figure out which day it is. I'm sure it'll be nice and spicy. Let's get it going, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to see each and every one of you. Okay, let's turn that sucker up. Thank you, Francine, for the retweet. All right, let me do this too. Perfect timing. Let's get. No. I guess we'll just leave it like that. I don't really like that bar tab in there, but oh well. What can I do? Oh, I think I can move it actually. Hold on, let's do it this way. I think. Yeah, it's not going to allow me to get. Oh, there's the premium bar is gone. Yay! All right. I don't hear anything yet. It's the volume is on, and they just haven't turned the DEI hire hasn't turned it on yet. So shit, yeah, let's get it. Get your popcorn ready if you're in the midday. If you're not, and like me in the morning, get your coffee or your juice, your juice. So let me get my
testing.
Oh, tested.
Good evening, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you guys
Good
for coming
evening.
out. I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Trustees. The time is now 6:47 p.m. Clerk, please call the roll.
Got the Navy vet sitting in front right there.
Good evening, everyone.
He ain't happy.
Trustee Norwood. Present.
There we go. Get me out of the way.
Trustee Stan
That way you
Brown.
can see
Present.
Kiana Belcher.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Present. Trustee Jason House.
Present.
Trustee Andrew Holmes.
Here.
Ooh, full
Trustee
quorum.
Kiana Belcher.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right. If everyone will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I am drinking the blue bottle. PJ, it's really good. I was going to ask you guys, do you guys like whole bean or just beans, whole beans or grounds when it comes to coffee?
If everyone will stand for prayer, William Moore, would you lead us in prayer?
Tanjanique's up there looking all good. You can't see her? She up there on the desk back there. Oh, Tanjanique.
Purpose and desire for your people.
My girl.
Continue to send forth your grace and your mercy upon us, Lord.
Where's P. Diddler? He's in custody.
This meeting be done with
Apparently,
grace,
Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in trouble now, too.
Amen.
Oh, Cuba was hanging out. Show me the money. Sorry, Jerry. Hi, Calamity Girl. Beans we grind and pour. Grounds or pods.
All right. Next, we have public comment. If anybody wants to address this body, you have 3 minutes. You can stand here to
I
the
think the
podium.
beans, when you
You have 3 minutes
cut it
to
up, taste better.
make your statement.
Grounds are
and
just
remind you
easier.
it is public comment.
What do you think?
Chief Collins.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to
Stay
remind
fresher.
everyone, just due to circumstances that have
Or
been
more
going on,
fresh.
that are going on, about the certain freedoms that Americans enjoy. And one of those freedoms is the First Amendment, the freedom of speech. But I would like to remind everyone that all speech is not protected.
Oh, boy.
There are just certain things that you absolutely
saying
cannot say
nothing.
or do in public. So when you are ready
What's
to
up,
make
Taiji?
public
Good morning.
statements, be careful of the
Good
words
afternoon, bro.
that you can put out in the atmosphere, because as private citizens,
Forgot it's
you can
afternoon where
still
you're
find
at.
yourself on the end of in a criminal arrest, or find yourself on the end of a civil lawsuit against you
Uh-oh. Criminal arrest or lawsuit, you be saying
because
that
of the
bad
statements
stuff.
that you made.
DEI
you,
hired,
Mayor.
they gave him the busted Mike. Why they give the police chief the busted Mike, son?
Good evening. I just want to stand here and just
Salt
talk
life.
about a video that went out regarding the Park District. I'm a sitting commissioner for the Park District, and there was a video that went out, and it was negative. And while some of the things may have been true in terms of the
I
graffiti
did see the bridge.
and some of
Catherine,
the
how
old
are you?
things that
Good to
are
see you.
at the park,
Hi,
most of
Snowman.
those things have been corrected. So
Hi, Woody Adam.
the negative narrative that's going out that the park district isn't taking care of
Tampa
the
Bay,
parks,
Florida Sun.
that's completely wrong. We are. And if anybody wants to know what's going on at the park district, please visit our website, our Facebook page, come to our meetings, and you'll see what's going on at the park. I think that as a community, if we really care about our communities, we will work together and try to fix some wrongs instead of pulling everyone down so that
Good to see you
can
too,
look
Catherine.
good. I think that spend a lot of time spreading negative,
That
and
is
it's
it,
so
Moto.
easy, as
They'll
one
find
person
out
told me,
quick.
to believe the colorful truth instead of the complexities.
We
I'm
don't
sorry, the
all
colorful
like
lies
what some people use as
instead of
free
the
speech.
complexities of the
It
truth
still
or the
is free
simple truth.
speech.
So there are some things wrong, of course. Graffiti happens everywhere, not just in Dolton, but
That's it.
everywhere.
That's it.
So if we really want to work together, let's work together. And if you want to know the truth about what's going on, visit the Park District, come to our meeting, let us hear your concerns. Do not believe everything that comes out on YouTube.
All right, ladies, not everything that comes out on YouTube. All right, everybody.
Smoke.
Why YouTube get the blame?
I had someone
just
from Public
covering
Works
the
come
mess.
to my property. I'm a property owner on Blackstone, and I was told that there's a space between my property in the backyard and the property behind me that is growing rampantly and is actually damaging my fence. And I was told that the property owner is responsible for 10 feet off of their property. So I would be responsible for cleaning that up. And I wasn't sure how that made sense because 10 feet off my property would be in my neighbor's property. But that's supposed to be city property in between there. So I wanted to get some clarity on that. That's why I was here.
Need to look at the schematics.
All right. And just for the record, everyone, if you
See what
guys
the
want to see a
blueprint
department
say.
head after the meeting, they can help you with anything you're
Need a
interested in.
surveyor, man.
Thank you.
You need a surveyor. Then you'll find out that your neighbor put his fucking fence on your property.
I'm trying to write down everything I want to say because I'm a little long-winded at times. But I wanted to get a point across because I want everyone to know that when we come to these meetings, to give out information to everybody because we'll get information from anyone from up here. So when we're talking, we're really talking to each other. So I want you to understand that.
No, that's not
The
burning
next
dookie.
thing is this.
That's
When
not
I
her.
want to talk about today, the events that are going on in Dolton, I would like to know who is Thornton Township giving us back the money to go into our budget. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
No, Russell.
We're paying
I
out
didn't
money,
show
but
up.
the budget does not apply to special events and things that are going on. We have to pay for the workers. We have to pay for the water that's being used up there. We have to pay for everything that's going on during an event. The fire department, the police department. When do Thornton Township send us back our money? Because that's the residents' money. That's the budget money. I don't know how much of a cushion you have, but you need to find out how you're going to send us our money. Can you try that? It makes a lot of sense, don't you think so? You got more money. I make more, you make more money than all of us. Yes, you do have more money because you're getting away with a whole lot. When you have those events up on Greenwood, you're supposed to pay Dolton for it. Did you get a permit?
Tell him, ma'am. Tell him, ma'am.
Where's your permit?
I like her already.
Everybody else have to have one. Did you come to the trustees and ask them for a vote? No, you didn't.
Oh.
So you want to meet with me after the meeting? I'll
Yeah.
be waiting for you.
Get it. I like her. She's serious. Look at that face. She throw down. I bet it. She'll put them rocks up, start throwing them. I bet.
Good evening. We are partners with the Dolton Sidco. We are still waiting for our
Terry?
license
Morgan.
almost 6 months now. I wish we could somebody tell us what's happening. We applied on April 12th and we don't have the license.
So they've been waiting 6 months, still no license? Or 5 months, sorry, 5 months.
And also our business is going down, and we are paying the huge amount of tax. So if we are requesting, please help us to run the business.
Put her
That's
for
all the
press.
request we have.
She ain't gonna take no shit. I'll tell you that.
Thank you.
She seems pretty serious, dead-faced. People are dead-faced, even keel. That's how you know they serious.
Back in May, a tree was blown down and it fell against one side of my house. And it damaged the gutter. And it appears like there's some little structural damage also. I went to Public Works. I made 3 trips there and inquired, and they said they would pass the information along to whomever was in charge, but nobody came out. And
I want to see it in a meeting with Putin.
also, the sidewalk, one slab of concrete is sitting about 3 inches high, and people can stumble trying to walk past there. And if you're in a wheelchair, you have to go around in the grass because you can't get over it. And the tree was cleared away. People came out, cut it up, moved it. And I asked them, can they check the roof and see if there's any damage? They said they would, but I watched them drive away as they cleaned away the tree. So I'm still asking that you would send someone out and assess the damage to the roof. Thank you.
What is this?
Thank you.
Sav, it's good to see you. This is the city of Dolton in Illinois. Watching some of the replays of their crazy meetings. Trust me.
Hi, everybody.
You ain't seen shit. So you
I'm
see
Keith
some Dalton.
Lockamore.
Savage.
The last time I was in Dolton, I was sitting for my architectural license exam. You guys hosted that back in the late 80s or early 90s here. And since then, I've gone through some changes in my career. I used to be an architect for around 15,
No
16
blue screen.
years.
They're not there today.
But then I got an MBA from DePaul University in finance and also applied those quantitative skills towards a lot of topics, including economics and finance. I don't live in Dolton. I'm actually closer to the city in Evanston. However, I am concerned about my people and all people in depressed areas, including Dolton and the surrounding areas. So I've been actually applying my quantitative analytical skill set towards a lot of topics, including ways of identifying the drivers of many factors, including crime. And so some of those factors may be associated and correlated with what we think we know, which would involve, socioeconomic depressed areas and just everything that is associated with that. However, data also can speak to us and be revealing and indicate what it's not correlated to. Mr. Andrew Holmes, you are the main reason why I'm here today. On the way to another meeting pre-COVID, I saw a gentleman with his leg hanging out of the car. So I did a U-turn on Harrison Street near the medical district, and it turned out to be you. You had just come from a funeral, and by the time I got home for the 10 o'clock news, you were on the street with respect to another incident. This is a main, contributor to our success, not only in Dolton, in the South Side, but in all suburbs, including Evanston and the city of Chicago. So I'm going to use one of these obsolete cards I've already started to perform my quantitative analysis on FBI data. That raw data turned out to be not so good, so I backed out and used State of Chicago data from 2007 to 2020.
You didn't want to face the
It
facts.
speaks to me, and I want an opportunity to really have a conversation with you and the Village of Dolton, and also other people that I've come across, which include Illinois State Police, master sergeants, and also former FBI agents. I want us to be able to work together, work with the community. I know that Dolton needs it. I could use it. So if I leave this with you, it's an obsolete card, but the phone number is current, and I want to hear from you if it's okay. So I'm going to leave it with you.
Go. Why are we?
Everybody, wish you all the best, okay?
That needs to go.
Thank
Why
you.
are we sitting in a town that burns feces? Why is that going on? Jason, you were at the ribbon cutting. Dubs was at the ribbon cutting.
Good evening.
Ed Steve was at the ribbon
There's
cutting.
a club
Why are we in
on
a
the
town that
corner
burns
of
Dookie?
Greenwood and 144th Place. I think it's a private club. Every time they have an event, they tend to block my driveway
Terry, it's
and
the
leave trash
audiovisual
along
guy.
the entire block. I'm wondering if there's anything that can be done about that.
He has it on 11 underneath the
because I'm getting
microphone.
tired of cleaning up my property after they have a event.
Might as well use an egg timer. But apparently they're 7 million in debt, so they can't afford an egg timer. They can't afford anything right now. They can't afford to even pay their bills.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto all of you all that's here. I'm new in the vicinity because my nephew owns a house at 240.
Sit back, pirate. You'll see.
East
You're going to love it.
141st
You're going to
place.
love it.
He's having surgery. He lives in California. He called me to come help him after the house caught fire. Then he decided he would turn everything over to me after we could not pay the water bill. The reason we couldn't pay the water bill because nothing was in my name. It was in his and his children's mother's name. I came down. I got sick. It wasn't COVID, but it was right in that time of February. And I couldn't get up for 18 days. I wasn't able to eat. I didn't even think I'd be living now. But I'm 100 pounds lighter for some of you all that might know me. Anyway, I went to the city. They sent a bill for $1,400 and something to him. I went across the street to Curtis Exchange, got a money order. We talked to two people that work over here where they take the water bill. And they told me to come over here, pay $150. The man did. Had the water cut off, cut it back on.
How do
Over
you
there,
cut it back
I
on?
took her the money. She said, no, you got to have something to show that you're allowed to pay the bills. So he sent the paper. I did both things. I gave them the $1,400 and change. And I had been coming to them, showing them the pictures over and over of the 5-gallon bucket pumping up full of water hour on the hour. And so they said, we'll send someone to see. Over here, I paid the bill. And when I went back over there, they said, no, you shouldn't have paid them nothing. We can't cut the water off and cut it back on in your name. You got to have that paper, go do the necessary work. So I come back over here and they said they couldn't give me my money back. But then the manager came out and he said, oh, it's in a cashier's check. You bought the money orders. Oh, yes, we haven't used it. We haven't cashed. We can give it back to you. Definitely can't cut the water off and cut it back on in another name. So either here or there, they finally sent someone out. I think it was in, I want to say July, but this happened in February. They sent someone out in July. The big people from Public Work came out, changed the plumbing of the pump. The water was running directly from the pump. I brought the pictures. Every hour on the hour, the buckets was filling up. All praises due to Allah. Brother DeMarcus come today and looked at where they left the hole in the ground with no cap on it and where they put the new pump in. The first bill I got was like $30-something and then 60-something. And I went back over there and asked the lady, well, where's my money? Y'all got my $1,400 and something. And you all said that y'all would evaluate it out to the bill. We haven't been there in about 6 or 7 months.
Me too,
We came
Terry.
this last month because my son was in a car accident. And we had to put him in some place because we had him out of the hospital. His hip is broken, this one cracked. And he split from here all the way down and then 4 ribs. So I'm trying to take care of him there. The brother came today and gave me the solution of having it plumbed again, which would be the 5th plumber that I ever had out there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find out from you all. I paid the money. I don't care about the money because sooner or later we're going to use the money. But the lady told me they would give me my money back not in cash, but they could take it off the bills. They
Excuse
said
me.
they're sending me bills and nothing is back. Thank you all.
You
for
are.
listening.
Thank you.
Yeah,
May
you
God
get a
bless you all.
$1,400 credit. That's just how they do it. They're not giving you your money back. They're gangster as it comes, the water department.
Hello.
They got your cash.
Yes, I'm here about the water bill. That's one of my problems. On Saturday, I received my bill. So I've been down here
What's up,
3
Pete?
times today
Good evening.
trying to get it solved. But there's no way that your bill go from $150 to $1,200. And then they try to just smooth you over. I write down everything. I take pictures. So they're going to tell me that, it's just estimated. So I have to pay for y'all problem of not coming out. I'm not getting that part. And then when I get home, I live on 152nd and Hastings Block. There's signs up saying no parking. What's going on? Y'all don't notify the people of what's going to happen? Why is it all of a sudden there's no parking on the whole street? Who do I talk to?
As I stated earlier at the meeting, you can
Yeah, I just
see
know
any
what
department head.
What department?
So you can
Building?
see Public Works.
Okay, thank you.
She already getting hoarse back there. That's the super mayor, by the way.
I
Just
don't
wait.
have a lot
You
of
ain't
time,
seen
but
shit
I
yet.
actually, I have a lot to say, but I don't have a lot of time. But Juanita knows.
Come on,
But
man.
I have been back and forth to Dolton for the last, I've been out here for a while trying to figure out why my water bill is extremely high.
Ooh, they
It has
ganking
not
them.
been occupied in the last 10 years.
They
I
ganking 'em.
actually asked Juanita. I had a lot of the coworkers in the public works talking smart, very, very smart over the phone. So I couldn't get an answer over the phone, so I came in. I talked to Juanita several times. Today was my last day coming in. I talked to Juanita Thursday. I asked to speak to her again today concerning my bill. She wouldn't come out the office. They said that she was in a meeting. Then I asked, I talked to Eris from Clerk office today also. And she told me that she would email
What's up, Jason?
Juanita. She never called her back, emailed her back about anything. Juanita called me several times, giving me like a percentage off the bill. And I'm like, can I just get my bill? I'm asking you for my bill. How much are you guys charging in Dolton for water? Because I am extremely like, I think it's like $6,000 is what she's saying I owe.
What?
And I don't agree with that. And I can't get any answers. I haven't got a
$6,000 water
bill.
bill?
I got a final reading July 28th. Still haven't got any answers. I left my job several times coming down here trying to catch her because they keep telling me that she's not here. She's in a meeting. I have 4 children. I'm actually should be at home cooking right now, but I'm here at a meeting trying to figure out why am I being charged for so much water in Dolton and it hasn't been occupied. I sat over there one day, and everybody know in Public Works I have sat over there several days because she said she needs to check something about the system was old, and they need to check the older system, and I have to sign paperwork to do that. So I did that. And Eris called me today, Miss Montgomery. Yeah, Miss Montgomery called me and said that she had my information, but she hasn't gotten in touch with Miss Juanita. And Juanita is the person that's supposed to give me all of the information. So she didn't know why I was calling her, but Juanita hasn't gave me that information yet. So I'm just confused. I would like to get a bill, not trying to say I don't owe anything, but I'm pretty sure it's not $6,000. A young man came into the office and he had been in his home for 14 years. I heard the story. 14 years. He got a water bill. It was $3,500. It wasn't in his name. He said that it was in someone else's name. Long story short, his bill, he lives there 14 years and his bill was $3,500. Why am I being charged $6,000? I need answers.
Damn.
I need answers from somebody saying, what are you charging us for these water bills? Like, I heard a lot of stories. I can't even go over the stories, but I heard a lot being back and forth. So I need answers. Can I get answers?
Juanita,
Thank you.
Her name is Juanita Applebaum. Hi, Brooke. Yeah, I need to know that's not her. It's a different lady. That thing is so loud. He has it right under the mic on 11.
You want me to talk?
Turn the motherfucker down, dog.
Good evening. Good
He's
evening.
not listening to himself. That's
I'll come
why
today
I have
on a
these.
positive note.
I don't have to have these, but this is why I have
Little
these.
hard, and one of our public works workers passed away yesterday, Mr. Ronald Johnson. So I want to
Rest in peace to Ronald.
give my condolences to his family. I
May he
also
rest in
want
peace,
to
too.
say that change is very hard. Change is very hard, especially in Dolton, with all the new changes coming about, ordinances being followed. I heard someone ask, did we have a permit? And I believe
Y'all had
that was probably
that was the lady back there.
from some stuff from Dalton Park that landed on the news that shouldn't been on the news. I believe that we talk about all the bad stuff, but we don't talk about any of the good things that is going on in Dalton.
basically, they didn't have
as
the
far
permit.
as the street lights,
Ended up
the
on
new
the
street
news.
lights that are going up.
So now look at the bad
vacants
street
being
lights.
cleaned up. The beautification of Dalton. I believe that we can all work together.
Can y'all please keep it 1 second? Can you keep it down? Give him the same respect that you're giving others while he give his statement. Go ahead.
Look over here.
So
while
I
we do
believe
some
again
shit over
we
there.
can work together. We can build
That's all that is.
Dalton back solid. I love the things that's going on at Melanie Fitness.
Stinky Pirate,
Dalton
it's in
Police
Illinois.
Department that's not open yet. I
It's
love
not far from Chicago.
the community
It's in
engagement.
the state
We
of
had
Illinois,
a good time
not
for
far
those who
from
did come
Chicago.
out Sunday for the Friends of Tiffany's picnic. We had a great time. The kids had a great time. It's not even about the adults. If you see how many kids was out there, how much stuff she is doing for these kids and for the seniors. Let's talk about the good things. That's not always said, okay, well, we're not going to go to YouTube. Let's not go to Fox 32. Let's go to Fox 32 with the positive things. I try to give my best to all of the residents that needs my assistance. There's plenty of people that's in the crowd that I know needed my assistance and needed the public works assistance, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it without Tiffany, Madam Mayor Tiffany, Super Mayor. I appreciate you all, guys. You all have
Cheers.
You all have a hard job to do, whether people see it or not.
And Pete's in the.
We
from
all
the
have
UK
a hard job
too,
to do, but
Pirate.
we're here for you all.
Pete
Again,
Bishop.
if you all need anything, feel free to reach out to us. And I end with on a positive note. Love you all.
Thank you.
I know he's somewhere in England. Oh, is that Burning
Hello,
Dookie?
everybody.
No, that's
my
not
name is Erica. I just want to talk a little bit about. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my situation.
Super Mayor's
I'm in
coming
need
up.
of a roof very bad. I've had the insurance company come out. They put a tarp over it, but it blew off. And then another company came and put another
D3?
tarp and it blew off. But I feel like something's not right. I also spoke with FEMA, and the guy came into my home and he stood in the middle of the floor like he had saw a ghost. Now, I know I'm not feeling that good, but I had to look at my, kind of reevaluate myself. I said, do I look that scary? And so he just stood there and asked me if I had a smoke alarm. And I said, yes. But he didn't look anyplace else. So since then, my furnace went out from the rain that came through it, and the gas company had to cut it off. So I am living in my house with the temperature. I don't have no air conditioning. The temperature is like 89 degrees. I have to sleep with the door open. And it's very devastating to me that I've called all of the people that I thought I'm paying for homeowners insurance. And, these people, nobody is helping. So I don't know if anybody else have experienced this or not, but I think it's wrong that, they say they're going to help and they don't. My roof is flying all over in everybody's yard. Pieces of tarp is everywhere. And that's all I want to say. And Mayor, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Girl
Thank you.
power.
Thank you.
Proud of you, huh? All right.
Sure. Can you get my wireless mic? Yeah, you take mine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mayor. I'm new to your town. Okay, I'll let you know up front. I moved in May, but unfortunately, we got a problem, and I've talked to several people and gotten nowhere. I even contacted the state health department on this. I have a backup, sewage backup in my basement. I can't get down there, but my granddaughter, Lauren Moore, and her mother go down to do the laundry. And I had 2 plumbers come out, and they routed it to the curb. I haven't seen the photos. I've asked the town to see the photos. I asked the plumbers to see the photos. Nobody's giving them up. Now, my other thing is what can I do? Anybody here got any suggestions? I'll be more than happy to hear them out, because I already spent over $4,000 since I've been here on that house, because it should have never been sold in the first place, but I didn't know that. I was up in the hospital, and my daughter went looking for a home because my wife passed away back last August in 2022. We were married for 49 years. So it's a big hunk. And the thing is, that has nothing to do with this, but raw sewage in the basement for 2.5 months, it's getting a little old. I have a cleanup people that want to come out and do it, but I don't want them to come out and do it unless the sewer is taken care of. Now, they routed it to the curb, and I'm getting told that it is a tree root. Now, what is the city limits on this? Do I go up to the sidewalk, or do I go past the sidewalk to the curb?
That needs to go. Why are we sitting in a town that burns feces?
That's what you need to do. Burn it like they do.
After
in your
you're
town.
done with your statement, someone will be able to help you. So you can see my public works department. DeMarcus would gladly help you, or you can see Stacy's not here.
Excuse me. I've had one person from the village sewer department came out to my garage because I was on a hover round, and he asked me what happened. I told him. He went out to the front. He came back, and he said, "I have to go talk to my boss. I'll be back." Nobody came back.
You're up in here burning, dude. You got to be a dookie
Again, you
burner.
can see DeMarcus after the meeting.
I'm sorry, can't hear you.
DeMarcus, where you in? That's DeMarcus.
That's DeMarcus.
So I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I mean, I don't want to spend any more money if I don't have to. But that's the way. I'm new to this town, and I was kind of shocked, and I was glad to meet one of the officers because we have a speeding problem down Sanderson Avenue. You might as well take down the stop signs at 144. They're blowing them. I'm sitting out there at 6 o'clock in the morning with my dog, and they're flying through there like there's no tomorrow. So I don't know what y'all could do about that, but he came out and he parked on the side of 144. I think he got at least 15 tickets.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're up in here burning dookie. Or you're not burning dookie, bro, and that's what you need to do.
Right.
They burn their
That
dookie.
concludes citizens' address. First and foremost, before I get into general announcements, I just want everybody to know that FEMA is in the village of Dolton. We're setting meetings up with FEMA for anybody that was had an issue during the flood on particular dates.
There's a waste management company in the
contact
town.
us. You can fill out the form online
That's
if
what
you
we're
need
talking
assistance, or we also have a direct line
They
to
burn the
FEMA, but it
feces,
is
the
a
duty.
waiting list. I want everyone to know that you can reach out and help us here. I know, I think it was July 28th, and it was another date that I made a proclamation.
showing some titty?
and had
Looking
our
at
town
cleavage?
be a national disaster. So therefore, you can get the help that you need as it relates to flooded basements. So I just want to put that out there. So if anybody needs the help, you can get the help right away.
She got a sore throat.
Next, we have general announcements. Anyone have any general announcements? Okay, go ahead.
Just wanted to give kudos. We had a problem, an issue in the 146 and 147th hundred of Beachview. Wanted to say thank you to the chief of police, to Officer Rodish, to Public Works Department, and also to Code Enforcement. We had an issue with some drug problems, vacant house being used with squatters and drugs dealings being sold out of their property. So I want to say thank you to the chief who was on it for 2 months. The house has now been boarded up. Everybody has been put out. The residents are happy. Everybody's able to come out and enjoy their block again. So definitely want to give kudos to the chief of police, as I say, public works and code enforcement for an outstanding job that they have done in the 146 and 147 block of Beachview. Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I would like to invite everyone out to this month's Tea with the Trustees. It'll be this Saturday, September the 9th at 9 a.m. It'll be held at the Lesser Long facility on 14700 Evers. We'll have 2 guest speakers, Judge Lloyd Brooks. He's part of the foreclosure courts, and Judge Deidre Dyer, part of traffic court. So they'll be in attendance on this Saturday. Please join us. And for any of the residents who missed the appeal period for their taxes, so if anyone missed the property tax appeal session, there is a second chance, and there's an alternative process that we'll have next month. So I have been talking to our Thornton Township Assessor, Cassandra Hobart Elston, and we will be conducting a seminar so that we can go over the appeal, the second process for the appeal process. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me via email, bnorwood@vodolton.org. But I will share the information at the next meeting. So if you did miss out on the tax, no worries. We will have a second chance. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else? All right. Next on the agenda is Village Clerk's report.
Good evening, everyone. Again, can you hear me? Okay, great. I'm requesting the Board of Trustees approval of the minutes for August the 7th, 2023, which was a regular board meeting.
I'll make the motion to approve the
Why
minutes.
not?
All right.
Have them in
1
all
second.
Panned
Let
out.
me ask for the motion first.
I guess that's just me.
And then I have some discussion regarding that. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from August 7th, 2023 for the regular board meeting?
So move.
Is there a second?
A second.
It's been motion and second. Any discussion? All right. Well, I have some discussion. The minutes that you guys keep approving is not accurate. A lot of things that the clerk writes and don't write is not correct. I read the minutes, and things that she write on here as it relates to me, Mayor, my statements, she basically don't write exactly what I say or what I say. She sums it up to what she believes I said. So I want her to amend those. And then also, just for the record, clerk, you have to write the minutes. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot say, refer to mayor's office, refer to cassette tape. The whole purpose of minutes is if something happens to a tape or anything like that, you can find a written copy of minutes and things that happen in the board meeting. So the way you're doing the minutes is wrong, and I need you to correct that, especially for things that you say my office is responsible for. I don't know if the Board of Trustees is reading this, but you should read it, because all she keeps saying is refer to mayor's office or refer to tape, and she cannot do that. The Illinois Open Meeting Act requires that public bodies keep written minutes of all their minutes, and we don't have that. So I just want to make that clear before you guys approve that one. I would like her to go back and amend all the minutes that she wrote that on, because she got several, and I just want to bring that to everyone's attention.
Did she say Illinois?
Can I speak?
Sure.
Okay.
Or Illinois?
If there's a problem with the minutes, this is the first time I've
said
heard
the first
that from
one, not
you.
the second.
And if you
Positive
feel
on
that I'm leaving something out, you should mention it before we come to this meeting. If you're saying they've been wrong for quite some time, you haven't said anything to me about it, number one. Number two, I'm going to make it very clear to you that I do not write word for what you guys say.
Right.
You have a 5-hour meeting. You think I'm going to sit here and write word for word what each of you say? Absolutely not.
That's
I
what a
summarize
stenographer
as
does.
best as I can based on what you guys say, because there's long conversations of everything, and the law states that clerks summarize minutes. They do not write word for word.
Okay. So for the record, Clerk Key, this
It's
for the record,
spicy.
so I hope it gets in the minutes because I say for the record a
recording
lot and you don't put it in the minutes. So that's number one. Number two, I tell you all the time when you do something wrong, but you don't want to take my advice when I tell you it's wrong. So I'm doing it here in the public meeting since I see this is where everybody want to come and air out their dirty laundry. And I wanted to be in the minutes that I'm telling you in the public that she's writing the minutes wrong. I told her this several times. I'm telling her again now here, which I shouldn't have to do because I thought that we could talk to each other and it would be addressed and fixed before we get here. Now, as relates to writing things, if y'all just go look at the minutes right now and read them, you will see that she's not writing minutes. All she's saying is refer to a tape. That is unacceptable.
That's why
and
we watch,
if a
Wade.
resident pull the minutes, you will see that you will not have no clarity as it relates to what happened in that meeting. So I'm saying again, for the record, please correct the minutes.
You guys
because
haven't
I do
seen
not
shit
agree
yet.
with how you guys are passing the minutes. And that's for the record.
Can I add one more thing?
You ain't seen
When
nothing yet.
department heads, and as well as you, give reports, you should give me a copy of it, as you used to do. No one has given me a copy of their report. I'm not going to sit here and write a report when your department head should be giving me a copy of their report. I'm not receiving them. I will attach them to the minutes if I receive them. I have no problem attaching people's reports. So if I receive a copy of them, I will attach them. They worked on it. They stopped doing it. I'm not responsible for the administration of this village. So that is something you should be making sure that they send me copies of their reports that they report at the board meeting, and I will attach them to the minutes.
Clerk
So if
Key.
anyone ever want a copy of them, I will have a copy. But if they're not given to me, I don't have a copy.
Clerk Key, if they have not given you the copy of their report, you can say that and then they will give you what you need. Normally, people ask for what they need and we give them whatever that is. In the past, Mary Kay have always asked us for a copy of whatever we read, recite at a board meeting, and then she places it in the minutes. You are not doing that, Clerk Key.
right?
So I'm telling you, for the record, instead of being combative with what I'm saying, all I'm saying to you is just fix it, because the board will then approve it and it will not be fixed. So that's why I'm making a statement for the record, because you're not doing your job, which is writing minutes. You're putting references. People cannot reference a tape. If the tape disappears, which you have, then what happens? How will people know what happened at a board meeting? That's why I'm making this statement. All I'm asking you to do is just correct it so that we have the right minutes on paper, not a tape, because we all can have tapes. Technology fails all
not
the
worried
time.
about it
If
external.
it do fail, we would not have a record of what happened
Thank you,
at
though.
this meeting. So all I'm asking is that you fix it. That's it. Okay, and I have no problem, but I'm asking you, since you are over the departments, to have them submit the reports to me. I'm not their boss, you are. Have
Ooh.
them send me copies of their reports,
Ooh.
and I will attach them to the meetings.
Again, if you had a problem with them not giving you something, you could have just said it. That's
Low-key
it. That's
fight.
it. So if you wanted us to do that, you could have put it in writing. If we didn't do it, you could have mentioned it. You could have said something, anything.
So why am I?
Because normally it's still something written. You just making a statement. You not writing anything that anyone's saying up here. You're not. From the department heads to anybody. If anybody go actually read the minutes, you're not doing that. So whether you get a report from them or not, you still not writing anything that happened in the meeting. That's what I'm trying to make people aware of. Okay, I'm done with it. I hope y'all don't pass it the way it is. Trust me. All I'm asking for everybody to do is to read. You're out of order, Clark. Let me finish.
I'm not out of order.
All I'm asking the board to do is to read the minutes because they're not accurate. That's what I'm saying. All I'm asking you guys to do, like if you guys have a problem with
There's a you in
something
there.
that you might have said and you ask us to fix it, we fix it. So I'm telling you that she's not writing things in the report. So all I'm asking is moving forward,
She needs to
please
buy a
fix it.
vowel.
Please amend this. If y'all do pass it, please amend it with the right information in it. Thank you. Can we move on?
Can I be recognized, Mayor?
You want to be
Always
long-winded?
a consonant or a vowel missing. Always.
I'm just asking.
Making a statement.
Or one's added
so
to where it
my
shouldn't
comment is,
like cleaned.
I do read over the minutes as somebody that actually votes on the minutes because I know the vote is coming, and I'm okay with the summary. I would agree with the suggestion that the departments send in a report that will make it a lot easier for the point of reference, and that can make things a lot easier. But I do read over them. I'm okay with the summary. I believe the summary is concise and gets to the point. So my vote will be yes on this one.
Okay, that was irrelevant. So my point is, you okay with what it say for you? If I'm telling you that she's not writing things on here, Trustee House, then you should fix it. Other than that, what's the point? It's minutes. It cannot be what you say it is. I'm telling you, she missing things out of the minutes that she needs to add in the minutes. So when somebody
External, I said it again. I don't give a shit what LA Captain Scanner's telling you.
People can go and
I don't
reference
care.
minutes.
Go watch it
That's
on
what
LA
I'm saying.
Captain Scanner with the other 22 people.
Please call her. Go ahead.
With all fairness,
Just told you, I'd rather watch a fucking replay than
I would
watch
agree
that.
to amend the meeting to get this here squared
your
away
fucking
on
shit up.
whatever was said wrong or whatever was written wrong.
Did you tell me what was wrong?
Huh?
What's wrong?
I didn't say I said anything was wrong. I said if it was anything wrong, I'm listening to what the mayor is saying because her voice is just like one of us on the board. If we feel something was written that we didn't say, we should address it. With all fairness, let's amend it, and the mayor can get with you and clarify whatever she said, and we can pass the minutes. That's just being fair. Because I mean, if it was something in here that I didn't say, I would feel the same way. I'm just asking to take the face off of the conversation because the mayor has noticed something. Just be fair to her. I want you to be fair to me. I want you to be fair to Tammy. I'd like to be fair to Brittany if they saw something wrong. That's all. That's just being fair.
I just want you to say sent.
So that's why I asked if we can just amend it to the clerk and the mayor, get it squared away, and we can vote on it on the next meeting to approve the bill. I mean, approve the minutes. I mean,
I
that's
like
just being
Stanley
fair
Brown.
about the whole deal.
Stan Brown.
If I could be recognized, Mayor.
It says Stanley.
If y'all gonna end it, y'all gonna end it.
Brown.
If you okay with the way it is, then no.
If the my suggestion would be if there's I'm still in favor of passing it. However, if there's things that are suggested as an amendment, then we can represent the amended version at the next meeting.
So why can't we just hold it off to the next meeting for the minutes? They're not accurate anyway. If you go on here and go on the last page, it says 13 mayor's report, see mayor's office. I'm just pointing it out since she acting like that I'm just making stuff up here. It says see mayor's. But you summarize everybody else and what everybody said under general announcements. Under general announcements, you summarize everything everybody said. Trustee Brown, let me see.
Because they don't.
Since I got to point out and make my case here. Okay. Right here, general announcement. Trustee T. Brown, Saturday, August 14, 2023. Tea with the trustees will be held at the Lester Long Fieldhouse, which is 721 Ingleside, 9:30 a.m. Okay, Trustee
rather
Norwood.
beat off,
I would like
Kiki,
to talk.
every
I would
day.
like to thank Urban Mail Network. They are having a free mentoring. I can go on and on and on. Trustee Stan Brown. We are losing students with Thornton Township HAP program. And she said losing. I doubt she said that. But again, if people read this, it's all wrong. Trustee House. I would like to give kudos to Dolton Park. That's it. But you talk about everybody, everything they said. I guarantee you, neither one of y'all gave no report to her. But she summarized. Now go to the mayor's report. Summarize everybody's.
Where are you going?
Engineer's report. Summarize. He didn't give you no report. Then you go to me. It say see mayor's office.
Most of your report
Mayor
is
report.
a video.
No, it's not. I do talk. It's not always just the video. It's video and information. But still, it still is unacceptable, Clerk. It don't say anything about what I talk about, but you talk about everything they talk about. So all I'm saying,
general announcement,
Clerk Key, you summarize everybody's but mine. So what I'm telling you is I'm bringing it to your attention since you missed it. It says see mayor's office. It says nothing about any programs I talk about, anything that I discuss up here. You should put it in here.
You do it in
and y'all
video.
can go
Please
in here and
give
y'all
me
can
a
read it for
copy,
yourselves.
because you're
And you will
reading
see
from a copy.
and you will
Please
see
give me a
what she's
copy,
doing.
and
So
I'll make
okay,
sure
I'm
it's
done with it.
attached.
All right, call her roll,
Please
please.
give me a copy and I'll make sure
Call
it's
her
attached.
roll.
Give me a copy of your report and I'll make sure.
Can you
it's
please
attached.
call her roll? End of discussion. Call the roll.
I'm telling you what to do.
Aye.
You call that roll.
Trustee Stan Brown.
No.
Control.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Aye. Trustee Jason House.
She's the mayor,
Trustee
pirate.
Andrew Holmes. Trustee Belcher.
The mayor of
Aye.
that town.
Motion passed.
And the supervisor.
All
So
right,
she
next
calls
on the
herself
agenda
the super
is
mayor.
village administrator's report.
Excuse me, I'm on here for communication.
You have something else to say?
I
Sorry.
sure do.
This
All
shit,
right, go ahead.
ooh, this shit getting spicy, dog.
On last Thursday, we had a resident call the clerk's office because they were having trouble submitting a FOIA request. And as most of you know, FOIAs come through my office. We have a link on the website where if you need to submit a FOIA, you can get the application there. If you are not electronically capable of doing that, we do take written FOIAs. Also, we will accept an email. After investigating why this resident was having problems submitting a FOIA, we noticed that our link was removed and replaced with a generic email address. Well, I didn't put that address up there, and FOIAs come through my office, so I don't know who's doing clerk's work. I know they continue to take things out of my office, but the FOIAs are in my office. Myself and my deputy are certified FOIA officers. I'm not aware of anyone else here being certified to complete FOIAs. I don't understand why my office was not a contact when this portal was removed. We were not informed of a new email address. We had no
Navy vet's out of here,
knowledge
man.
of someone potentially
I'm outta here.
overseeing
Fuck this place.
FOIAs.
Let's move.
And this is quite confusing to people. It's bad enough that they're not getting done in a timely manner or they're just not being done at all. But to just remove something from my website, and you just sat here and made another complaint, but yet you're removing things from my website that I'm responsible. Well, not my website because I don't own it, but the information on the website that will lead people to how they complete a FOIA. I don't control what people FOIA. I simply try to get them the information they request. So for that to be removed from my link on the website, I need to understand why. Because now it'll be said, hey, the clerk's just not doing FOIAs, period, when the clerk's link has been removed. So can you answer that?
Ooh, here we go.
And to the residents and anyone else
get
listening
spicy.
to this, let me give you 2 emails address that you can send FOIA to. And the first one is my deputy clerk who handles FOIAs. Her email address is amontgomery@vodalton.org. And it's AMONTGOMERY@vodalton.org. If you cannot get your emails in, please send them to them, as well as myself, akey@vodalton.org, akey@vodalton.org. Thank you.
All right, next on the agenda is village administrator report.
That's what I'm saying, Sav.
Hello, everyone.
A lot of infighting here.
The village administrator's
even need
office
this-
is
you
working
don't even
on
need the city
financing for our
residents
water meter
in this
project. We currently have
You haven't
3
seen
bids.
shit yet.
The highest bid is currently
I'm
over
telling
$10
you.
million.
Wait till the
That's for
trustees
water
start
meters
talking
and
the
water
other
meter
ones.
installation
You only had the clerk
across
talking.
the village. These are new digital
Trustees
meters
really
that you'll be
haven't
able
talked
to
very much yet.
that you'll be able to access from your cellular phones, and we'll be able to access from the village hall directly through a brand new integrated network. We are also working on financing for the repair of our water reservoir, as well as repair and upgrades to our elevated tanks and pumping stations, as well as the rest of our water infrastructure. I'll have an update on that at the next meeting. We are working on training in our housing department, as well as our human resource department. So I'll give you an update on that as well as at the next meeting. And then right now we are working on the fire department and the police records union negotiations. So hopefully we can have some type of progress on that within the next 30 to 60 days. That'll end my report, Mayor.
All right, next on the agenda is engineer's report.
Thank you this evening, Mayor, Madam Clerk,
You got a
trustees,
fraternity
department
pin.
heads, and residents from the village
Kappa,
of Dolton.
Alpha.
Just a couple items on my
What's the
report this evening.
pitchfork?
The village did start
Alpha,
their
Alpha.
CDBG street resurfacing project, and one of the streets that
Alpha.
they're doing is on
Not Sigma.
Hastings.
What is it?
So there will be a curb, sidewalk, and pavement
Epsilon?
improvements on various streets throughout the village of
Alpha,
Dolton.
Alpha, Epsilon?
The other project, it's supposed to start up next week. That is the
Stop it,
16-inch
Sam.
water main relocation project. That is part of the CREATE project that has to deal with the realignment of the railroad tracks. So the trains will be able to go by a little faster. So that way it'll be less of delays throughout the village. The last item I have on the agenda this evening, it is a IGA, intergovernmental agreement with MWRD, and that has to do with Forging Resilient Communities program. MWRD, in conjunction with the village of Dolton, would like to provide funding to address basement backups and flooding throughout the village. What they're going to do, MWRD, is to do a conditions assessments of various areas throughout the village, and
Kappa
with
Alpha
the
Psi. That's what it is.
results of that assessment, they are
Thank you,
going
Ian.
to make improvements to the sewer system. I
Black
hope
crap.
everyone's on board
So I can't
to
get
approve
in?
the IGA, so that way we can move forward with addressing some of the flooding issues that we've been having throughout the village. That concludes my report this evening, and I will entertain any questions that the trustees may have. Yes, trustee. I not off the top of my head, I don't know the limits, but I will get you that information though.
I have.
Okay.
May I be recognized?
It looks
I'm
like
right here.
Sosa. You ain't
Yes,
seen Sammy
trustee.
Sosa
Do you
in
know
a
what
long time,
company is
Tim.
doing the resurfacing of
Sosa
the?
looks more like me.
Gallagher Asphalt is doing the street resurfacing project.
Okay, thank you.
And that project was bid out throughout the village, bids reviewed, an award, and also the county reviewed the bids, and the county approved the lowest, most responsible bidder for the project as well.
Rat pitchfork aside.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he
Any
was saying,
complaints that you
Justin.
may
Thank
have,
you,
just
Justin.
feel free to give my office a call with regards to the street resurfacing project.
I never went to college. I was never
Or
smart
you can
enough.
call me directly. So, thank
Okay,
you.
while you're there, if the board see fit, can we bring up 13B since he's here and he can
What's up,
discuss
Diddy's
it, talk
Jet?
about it?
Live from
That's the
Antigua,
discussion
huh?
approval of the Forging Resilient Communities
Sounds
program
about right.
for the cost sharing waiver in the IGA revision.
Perhaps
Is there
for
a
Kofi?
motion to approve?
Yeah, don't you want to wear a garlic necklace and
Is there a
slather
second?
yourself in
Second.
Vaseline for a
Been
day?
motion and second. Any discussion?
Yes, I have a
Make
discussion
lifetime
just
friends
in
and
reference to
connections.
I'm okay with going forward, but you just moved this from one location to another and nothing changed. Are you okay with that, attorney? Because it's not. We just went from reports
She
to
don't like her
new
either.
business. Is that
I can bring it up. It's his report. It's his item.
Yes, and the mayor prefaced
Look at her face.
with, if the board sees
Look at her
fit.
face already.
So that's tantamount to, if there's such a motion, a second, and approval to go out of order.
okay? I just want to be clear. That's all. I'm not trying to.
Hey, why they let
Go
the
ahead
white
today.
guy speak?
Everybody want to do my job.
I don't want to do your job. I asked the question.
I know I
I'm
asked the
entitled to
lawyer
that.
before I do anything. Y'all ain't learned that by now. But okay, it's the motion and second. Please call the roll.
Trustee
Right.
Norwood.
Surprised she didn't
Trustee
shush him
Stan
and give
Brown.
him the backhand.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Thank you very much. And as part of the Board of Trustees approving the IGA, your cost sharing, which would have been $80,000, has been waived.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Come on.
Come on.
That's the real work. Thanks, Ron. Tell them what we really do up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next on the agenda is we're gonna do department reports, and then we're gonna go to closed session because I know you guys are waiting. The attorneys. So next we have police.
I'll fast
Chief
forward through the closed session part because they come back and they start talking and it gets.
Thank you,
good.
Mayor, and good evening, everyone. Just to go off the August 2023 stats real quick. In August, the police department issued 25
Of course you can,
traffic
Justin.
citations.
Can always
village
blame the
ordinances,
white devil.
Citations
El Diablo
1,870. made 51
me.
arrests, and responded to 1,907 calls for service. In addition to
1,000
that,
calls, that's LAPD
red
for
light
2 hours.
violations, there were 9,122 red light violations. And in keeping with our stats that we've been maintaining as far as lowering the crime, the motor vehicle thefts are still down. So congratulations, everyone, for better protecting your vehicles with the anti-theft devices that we have been giving out. Those do help quite a bit. The other areas of the crime had also been in the very low numbers. In the last few months, we have been enjoying those low numbers, and we will do everything we can to make them even lower than what they are right now. I'd also like to remind everyone there is a final car show on September 29th. The final car show is September 29th at 14900 Greenwood.
Excuse me. Ron, if you would like, y'all can step in the back so everybody can hear. Thank you.
That will be at the site of the future Dolton Police Department. So please come out and enjoy the fantastic cars and the live music. I also want to address another hot button item, fire lane parking at Almar Plaza. People have been receiving fire lane tickets for parking in the fire lane. And I would just caution everyone, it doesn't matter if it's the plaza there, if it's Food for Less or anywhere else, respect the fire lane and park in a parking area that is for your vehicles, not the fire lane. If you park there, you will receive a citation. We've been having local court, and in local court, some of the defenses were, I was only there for a minute. That is equivalent to saying, yes, I was parked in the fire lane, no further discussion needed. So please be careful, do not park in the fire lane. Also, we've been issuing a lot of stop sign tickets. Please come to a complete stop at the stop sign before you proceed. If an officer is patrolling that area or has been assigned that area specifically for stop signs, you will be ticketed, cited. If you do not violate, you will not receive a violation.
No California rules.
Red light cameras. The red light cameras, if you are issued a citation, there is a video clip that goes along with it. Please take a look at the video clip to see if you committed the violation. If it is questionable, you can dispute the ticket. You have a way of disputing that ticket. And if the hearing officer agrees with you, the ticket will be dismissed. But I would encourage you to look at the video first. And yes, you can make a right turn on a red light as long as you come to a full and complete stop. Even if it's slightly over the white line, you can turn right on a solid red light. If you do not, if you slow down and just turn the corner, even if it's a slow creep, you potentially could receive a citation for that. Thank you, Mayor. That's the end of my report.
All right, thank you. Next, we have Fire Chief McKay.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Madam Clerk, trustees, department heads, and most importantly, the residents of the Village of Dolton. I will also start out with the calls for service year to date. The Dolton Fire Department has responded to a total of 3,649 emergency responses.
That's one day.
1,194 are fire-related and motor vehicle responses. 2,455 for emergency medical. I also would like to dovetail on what Chief Collins said with the fire lane. It's very important for us. There is a rhyme and reason to that because vehicle placement is very important for us when we're mitigating a fire incident, make sure our vehicles are in position to take care of the incident. Not only for fires, but for ambulance calls as well. On our fire engines, everyone is an EMT or paramedic on the Dolton Fire Department and making sure our crews are able to get there along with the ambulance to make sure we're able to get to the patient as soon as possible. So please be wary of that, and it is important, and it is important to our operation. On Saturday, September 2nd, we had a house fire at the 14600 block of Dorchester. And I must say, as I talk about in the past, training is important, and it proved that day again because our guys did an incredible job, and I have to recognize those guys because they pulled up with heavy fire and smoke conditions, fire blowing out 2 windows, and with their quick and efficient response, they were able to get in there and mitigate the incident, get water on the fire quickly, do a search and rescue technique simultaneously,
but they've already replaced
and no one
him.
got hurt at that fire. So again,
he's already gone.
These guys are doing an incredible job, and training pays. Lastly, next month in October is Fire Prevention Month. So we're going to start early in September. We're going to make sure we hit the elementary schools early on so we can go ahead and get the education to our youngsters and pass that information on, and end it in the month of October with an open house fire prevention extravaganza. So daytime and location, we'll put that out as soon
Did
as
she
possible
really,
once
Catherine?
we square up all the details. Because not only is October Fire Prevention Month, every month is, but we really want to gear it towards to make sure we get our youngsters the opportunity to be aware of safety, not only from the fire side, but
Put
for
all
the
those
EMS
people on
side.
blast. They can
Without
sue
any
her
questions, that will
if any of
conclude my
it's
report,
wrong.
Mayor.
Slander.
Thank you. Next, we have water. Juanita. All right. Next, we have housing.
She
building
went into
permits.
pretty
William
in depth
Moore.
with those 4 folks that were in their town, and if any of that is wrong that she had said, I'm sure her lawyer said, "Hey, you got that. Not that you can't go to the Wayback Machine or whatever."
Thank you. Good afternoon,
Somebody got
Honorable
it.
Mayor, trustees, and our wonderful department heads, and to our precious residents.
The
I'll be giving a
FBI
report
deleted
for
it.
housing,
Wow.
as well as for building and permits.
Well, you can
and I'll be
watch it on
giving,
my
kind of high
it's not deleted on my
total
shit
of
when
the
we
amount
watched
that's
it.
collected. I'll start with the house report for the month of August. We had a
Still
grand
up there.
total of $112,637.50. We had 18 rental license fees that total $4,225. 77 as-is sale inspections that total $21,330. 53 escrow checks deposited
We did too,
$37,500.
Catherine.
And
We watched it.
182 housing tickets
Still up.
that total $43,082.50. And for building and permits,
Hi, Espo.
we had a grand total of $75,481.55.
I gotta feed him. He's right here.
We had 109 building permits that total $50,072.99. 43 contractor license that total $14,700.
Ready to eat?
Permits that total $8,780.36.
All right, let me go feed this ding dong.
Total revenue collected for both departments was $188,119.05. Mayor, at this time, that complete my reports. Thank you.
Thank you. And I want to give the floor back to Water for Juanita. I want her to give you some great news about payment plans with the water department and also the money that we did collect. Give them the money you collected for the payment plan.
Good evening, Mayor, Board, citizens. We started the payment plan in August with 50% down, and I collected we collected a total of $123,461.08. Also, if anybody is interested in payment plans for their water bill, please come into the office. We're here every day. Mayor, we want to thank you for starting that payment plan. Thank you once again. Residents really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted everybody to know that it does work. If you need the help, come in, get on a payment arrangement. We understand you'll have all the money at once. But I do want to remind everybody that it's been 2 years since we shut off water in the village of Dolton. So all we're asking is that you come current with the village. So a lot of you guys have been compliant. So thank you so much. Next, we're going to go into closed session. For those that do want to stay, we have a couple more items, which is corporate bills and one item to pass for a vote, and then mayor's report. So we're going to go in closed session to settle a settlement, and then we'll come back out if you guys would like to stay. So is there a motion to go in closed session to
Motion.
talk about pending litigations? Motion, is there a second?
Second.
The motion and second, please call the roll.
Aye.
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 I'm back. Uh-oh. Sorry. No, I'm back. All right. They just went to closed session, I take it? Perfect. All right. So let's shoot you over here while I fast forward really fast. Let's scoot you on over to Amsterdam. Just give me a sec here, guys, and we'll fast forward all that. Okay, it's right here. They back. They're back. They're back. Uh-oh, Kiana Belcher got a busted foot. How come I'm not back? Where did my camera go? Oh. Right there, dummy. Right there, dummy. Yeah, a little Amsterdam. Whoa, whoa. DEI coming in hot.
All right. We're back, residents. Thank you for waiting, those that stayed until we came out of closed session. Clerk Key, can you please resume the regular scheduled board meeting? Is there a motion?
What's false about it, Smart?
Motion.
Second. Is there a second? All right.
Second.
All right. Please call the roll.
Trustee Norwood. Aye. Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
What's up, Pipe Man? How are
Trustee
you?
House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
That's it, Mom.
Regular board meeting resumed at 8:35 p.m.
All right.
Should they go smoke?
Attorney?
Thank you, Mayor. Members of the board, in follow-up to closed session, if
Well, somebody was saying it was
if
higher.
you deem it appropriate, if there could be a motion to authorize the
Or lower?
attorneys to make settlement offers in the cases of Burns and Downs versus the village in amounts as discussed in closed session.
Motion.
Second.
It's been motion and second. Please call the roll.
All right, let's
Trustee
see.
Norwood.
They want to settle the settlement
Trustee Stan
lawsuit.
Brown.
against
Aye.
the
Trustee
city
Tammy
here.
Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee
Gonna
Holmes.
pass.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion
We
passed.
tired of paying
All
lawyers.
right.
That's
Next,
what
we
that
have
means.
corporate bills of Stan Brown.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Jonathan. It's good
Welcome.
Electronic
You're all
payment
good,
approval.
Patty. You ain't
For
missed
July
all
the
the good stuff.
31st, 2023, corporate payments, $154,489.42.
And 42
Water
cents.
fund, $368,898.74. Federal forfeiture, $11. Sewer funds, $1,706.36. American Rescue Plan, $3,880.44. Melanie Fitness Center, $334.81 for a total corporate payment of $529.
It's a good thing it's small amounts.
$529,520.77.
So here we go again. He don't
Is
know
there a motion?
the difference between
Motion.
52
there a
grand and
second?
520 grand. And
It's been motion and second. Any discussion?
got to give them little
Now, do you
numbers, small
recognize-
numbers.
Go ahead.
Stan is the quickest.
I have some questions in reference to the corporate bills. I mean, the electronic corporate bills,
All right, so next time
because
he
normally some of
next
these
time he
vendors
reads-
that's on our
he reads off. We're gonna do
electronic
under
payment, which
over
have been paid with credit
5
cards, will be
cent.
on our AP warrant list. Is there a reason why some of them are preference to go electronically versus the AP warrant list?
I would know which ones are you speaking of.
DJ Ezra Israel, he had a credit card payment for $2,900 and a credit card payment for $1,300. But normally he's on the AP warrant list. And then even if you look at his invoice say payment methods, check, money order, or cashier. So is it a reason why he's being paid with a credit card versus?
It could have been he needed the money to buy whatever he needed to purchase at the time, whether it was lease something. Could have been a number of reasons why people ask for payment via electronic.
So, okay.
Credit card.
All right. And then my other question is, with all these lease payments, why are the lease payments electronic payments versus AP warrant list payments?
Well, lease payments have always been electronic. As it
Taylor
relates to
Cameron, thank
making
you.
Sure they have their payment. It's on automatic, so that way we never miss the payment. So if
Okay.
it's a lease or something that the village has, we always make sure we pay our bill.
All right. So since you're answering the questions, question about one of these
GDP,
leases.
what is that, quid?
And I'm doing this just in reference to I've been questioning it. We had a meeting, myself and Trustee Stan Brown with Tangenique. I asked for a copy of the leases because September 2021, we approved for Enterprise for the police cars to get. Then we start getting all these other vehicles, and it was just, I want to say, erroneous to me. The fact that we have purchased vehicles of $81,000 and the interest on it $29,000. Total price is $110,000 for just one of these vehicles that we have. We have 4 or 5 of these vehicles at this amount, and then when it gets to the bottom, it says it's signed off by you and Tangenique.
Oh,
We're
Tangenique.
okay with leasing any vehicle here in the
woke
village
up
of
right now.
We have.
What are you talking about?
We
me?
have increased public works. We have increased the fire department, the police department. So everyone needs vehicle. Right now, you guys had them driving around with no air, no heat. Cars did not work. Cars did not start. Some of them use their personal vehicles. So I am fine with a lease.
I'm
So
not
any other questions?
I'm not disputing that. I have a question.
Right, you just asked and then you said because I signed off on it. I am okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Even with the interest?
I'm okay with the lease that we have because it was needed.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Any more questions? All right. Please call the roll.
Tangenique finna get pissed. She's writing it down now. Oh, okay. I'm
Trustee
gonna
Norwood.
remember that. I'm writing it
Trustee
down right
Stan
now.
Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Trustee House.
She was talking
Trustee
shit.
Holmes. Trustee Belcher.
No.
Okay, so now you don't want them to ride around. Okay. All right. Stan Brown. Trustee Stan Brown.
we
Still
go.
have the floor for the next one. Let's
Under or over 5?
Warrant registered for September
Hurry,
5th,
hurry.
2023. Corporate payments, $2,030,236.84. Gross payroll for 8/11/23, $452,668.86. Gross payroll August 25th, 2023, $530,078.58. Melanie Fitness Center, $2,057.76. Total corporate payments, $3,015,042.04.
All right. Is there a motion?
Oh, it's a push.
Is there
not
a second?
over, but yet it's not under.
Motion and second. Any discussion?
Neither wins. I love it. Under loses, gets his money back, and so does over.
Ask for an amendment on there. I think
Ain't
we have some
under, but it
previous,
ain't over.
Approved items.
Damn, Damon
from
knows.
Previous warrant
That's
lists
why
that
they
still
call
have
me
not been taken
Vegas.
care of, and I don't want us to continue going further in the hole. I would hope that we can start to address some of the previous bills that have been broken into multiple checks that we were informed that we have the money, but the people are still not getting paid. There are also other, in addition to that, we do also have outstanding money owed to Public Works for retro payments for 4 years of payment. So I think we'll want to make sure that we get those paid first. So I do have some amendments that I would like to propose to the board should this vote be unsuccessful. Thank you.
All right. There's been motion and second. Please call the roll.
I would like to make a suggestion, Mayor.
Okay. 1 second. They're going to vote on this because he basically said he have amendments. So more than likely, y'all going to make a amended motion. So if you want, y'all don't want to pay all the bills, you can vote on it and then make your motion thereafter.
Okay.
Clerk Keegan, you please call the roll.
Trustee Norwood. No. Trustee Stan Brown.
Let me be clear on this here. We vote to amend this?
No, this is vote. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the motion to approve the AP warrant list as submitted.
Oh, as read, okay.
And so if you want the list as submitted, you'd vote yes. It would need, in order to get to an amended motion, this motion would need to fail.
Trustee Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
No.
Trustee House.
No.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
No.
Motion failed.
All right. Is there a motion to pay the corporate bills?
Yes, if I can be recognized.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I would like to make a motion to pay the corporate bills with the following amendments or items removed. First, discount fence. Items $23,096 on page 6. Existing concrete, $14,123.03, page 7. 5-star, $57,625, page 7. K5 construction, $258,290.06 on page 9. John's Pro Tree Service, $155,000, page 9. K&M Ventures, $100,150 on page 10. Lopez Lawn Maintenance, $10,000 on page 11. Raoul and Sons, $144,450, page 15.
Make it bang.
Prestige Maintenance, $14,425, page 15. S&S Upscale Lawn,
S&S smoking skin?
$16,740, page 16. Starter Heating and Cooling, $11,500, page 16.
144.
Thank Me Later,
Randy.
$520, page 16. And Welsh Ready Mix, $21,878.86 on page 17. So my motion is to pay the bills with the following exclusions.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
It's been motion and second. Any discussion? So I'm gonna start like this. It's a shame that you guys come to these board meetings and sit here and take people out of the warrant list to be paid. The things that you just named, Trustee House, is services to the residents of Dolton. Speaking of all the vacant property that get cut by those vendors as we speak now, when people call in to ask us to cut down trees, to trim blocks, to maintenance lawns, to get rid of the squatters and the vacants that's bushes and trees all around houses, it's a shame that you will sit here and directly pick out certain vendors. Because why?
Lead.
Be recognized?
Yeah, you're going to be recognized, but I just want to know why. So just keep these in mind. Why? Why would you do such a thing like that? Every board meeting, we got to come here and fight over paying vendors that did the work. We owe them the money. You do know it's a prompt act, right? You got to pay vendors. You have to pay them when they do the work. You guys got to stop doing this. And I don't understand how any of you other trustees would sit here on mute and not even pay anybody. Trustee Norwood, Trustee Tammy Brown, and Trustee Kiana Belcher. It's a shame that all y'all will follow that and keep voting down people pay. We have been through this long enough. And for the record, Trustee House, you need to sign the checks. It's checks that you have not signed because you want to sit here and pick out people that you do not want to pay because of your own personal reason. That's unacceptable. You guys supposed to legislate. I govern the town. When y'all get that in your head of who does what, you guys will move differently here in the village. So now when people call tomorrow and ask for trees to be cut down, when they ask for lawn care service, when they ask for things such as services, what are we to tell them because the board don't want to pay vendors? And it's the same issue we have with the roof and window program. You guys don't want to pay the vendors so that residents can get their roof fixed, their windows done. It's a shame. So what's the point of making plans and you guys keep stopping progress? Residents need to wake up and pay attention because it's time to get rid of people like you that sit on these boards that's basically a bench warmer and not doing the work. Damn. Y'all don't do nothing the entire season, but then you come in here and want to dictate who gets paid, when they get paid, how they get paid. It's not up to you. You're not the finance department. How many times I gotta keep telling y'all that? Y'all do not govern the town. You make laws. Go do what y'all supposed to do, which is make laws, make ordinances. Y'all not doing that. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, y'all do it when it affects Tiffany Henry, right? But you don't do what's right for the people. Go do something like that, third person. And y'all not doing it. Y'all go and y'all just sit here and y'all come to every single board meeting and choose not to pay people. That's not right, guys. They have a whole family to feed too, just like y'all. But y'all think it's okay. That's not okay. So vendors, if you're watching this and you see what's going on in the village of Dolton, y'all should see these trustees and make sure you check them when you see them on the street about your money. Because at the end of the day, y'all got houses to feed. Y'all got families to feed. And it's a shame that they got to come to every board meeting when they be obsolete for the entire season. Y'all don't do nothing. But then you come here because y'all get to vote on people money on paying them. But then y'all ask questions about, well, can we do this, Tiffany? Like, what do you mean? I don't understand. First rule of business is handle your business. You guys are sitting here making a mockery out of the village. Y'all make it where vendors don't want to come and do any work here in the village. And that's a shame, because I think we're doing an awesome job here in the village, but you guys keep stopping it every single time. So now those, especially on the west side where you live, Brittany, where people cutting down the trees and now they can see light, now you can see to the end of the block, you should not be not voting for to pay the vendors to clean up the west side of town. And I'm telling that to the residents so they can see what you're doing, because you're following people. Stop being a follower and lead sometimes. So my issue right now is that all y'all get together and do the same thing every single time. And I'm going to make sure that we put everything on the record today, because today's the day. We're going to let the finance department tell you what y'all ain't been doing. And all these emails that you send back about nothing, but you ain't moving no mountains. My team, my administration, we go out, we go get the money, and this is what y'all do. We go get grant money. We go get everything that we need here in the village that y'all never got ever. We the only administration that's doing sidewalks, when before y'all did 50-50, right? We the only administration that's actually doing alleys. Y'all never did alleys in the history of Dolton, ever. We the only ones making sure y'all streets get paved. We making sure that trees get trimmed. We making sure we clear out the vacancies. We taking care of all the business, right? All the business, while y'all just sit there. But we doing the work. We getting all the lashes, all the negative stuff, and positive. So thank you to my residents that love what we're doing. Thank you to Trustee Stan Brown. Thank you to Trustee Andrew Holmes. And the only two trustees that always support the residents here and vote for what's right and what's needed in the community. Y'all got to wake up, man. Y'all got to stop being followers and actually do the work. And it's a shame how y'all sit here and take things out. When last board meeting, y'all, let me remind the people, last board meeting, y'all wanted y'all friends to get paid, right? Y'all friends was on that warrant list, right? Your friends was on there, tea with the trustee. Y'all spending $1,500, $2,000 for tea with the trustee for food for 1 hour to talk about politics. Come on now.
Politics.
That ain't what we do. But y'all want that to get paid, but y'all voted for it and approved it. But y'all, if y'all gonna tell the residents what it really is. Y'all supposed to use y'all own money, because y'all always say, we pay for it. You know, y'all don't. We got invoices for every single tea with the trustee to pay them backpack. But y'all telling the truth to the people, right? But y'all didn't tell that last board meeting, right? But let's tell it, since we telling the truth today, right? So, Tangenique, I'm going to let you talk to them about the things of bills and how bills get backed up because people choose not to pay. And then also, too, something y'all should consider, trustees, y'all do know we pass contracts here, right? Police, working on fire now, and public works. Y'all do know that adds to the expenses. So their salaries is not what it used to be. So that means it's going to increase. So what are you doing to bring revenue in here, trustees? Because at the end of the day, our expenses have increased. So I want y'all to know that and make sure you make adjustments for that while you're sitting here voting things down, because public works can't do it all. And they've been doing a doggone good job by us making sure everybody else is taking care of the business, which is the people that's cutting the trees. They don't have to worry about cutting trees. People been waiting over 30 years for a tree to be trimmed. Come on, man. Y'all should see them trees. Ridiculous. It took me to become the mayor to actually straighten it out, to fix it. And I would hope, and I would have thought my team that I ran with, Trustee House, Trustee Belcher, never again, that I ran with to get them in their seats, that they will vote for, meaning progress, because that's what we ran on, progress. But I'm the only one putting out progress. All y'all doing is just talking, running your mouths, ain't doing nothing. And then when we get to a board meeting, you want to vote stuff down. That's sad, guys. And I don't know what little group that y'all go to that's rooting y'all on, telling y'all doing right. Y'all not. Y'all not winning. I'm telling y'all that now. Every lawsuit y'all put out, y'all lost. Wasting taxpayer money, all because of hatred. Y'all got to stop leading with hatred. Stop leading with that. Because at the end of the day, all y'all done been in my house. So if we sitting here breaking bread together, why can't we sit here and make sure that we take care of the residents? Because we all was on the same team. All. Because if Trustee House was going to win, he would have ran with Riley, right? The mayor. But he didn't. Because he knew I was going to win. Trustee Belcher never won none in her life. But she won when I took it, right? So I'm just pointing out to you that how everybody use me to run for office, but get here and then act like they don't remember what we said we was gonna do. So when you hear me say what I'm doing, because I'm still producing, I'm still keeping the promises that we made to the people, which is take care of the people, not take care of yourselves and y'all friends. That's what this is all about, right? That's why y'all upset, right? Y'all need to get yourself in order. For real.
May I be
Because this is
recognized?
the end. You can get recognized after Tangenique speaks. But I just want y'all to know that I'm upset about how y'all keep running the village, because at the end of the day, you just come here to place a vote, but you actually don't see the hard work of those families that actually get up every single day and put out for our city. They make sure they come and cut down every tree, every complaint. They're here every day. And you guys think it's cute to sit here and take them out of the list. And then if y'all got questions, again, I always tell y'all this, call my phone. Nobody calls me, right? Because we want to get here and grandstand and put on the show. For what? For what? I'm tired of it, guys. I wish y'all would do better, because I know I want better. Y'all should want better. At the end of the day, don't be upset about nothing, because at the end of the day, when you got favor in your life, nothing y'all could do about it. Everything y'all try to do to me, guess what? Failed. So all I'm asking y'all is, come on. Let's kumbaya now. Let's get together and actually build on like it should be. Every single person love Greenwood Falls. Everybody. Everybody. So all I'm saying to y'all is come help me build it, instead of trying to tear it down. That's stuff for the youth. Trustee Nora, y'all talking about kids, right? I never see you with kids, ever. So all I'm saying to y'all is, like, y'all saying all these things, but y'all not producing anything. But y'all go run over there with the park. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Getting up at press conference, talking about nothing. Learn the laws. I tell y'all that all the time. Learn from me. But because I'm younger than all y'all think y'all can't learn from me, huh? But guess what? I've been winning. So I'm just telling y'all need to learn for real. And stop wasting the taxpayer dollars with lawsuits, with things that we should not be doing. Because at the end of the day, guess who paying for it? The taxpayers. All that money, all these things that y'all just wasteful spending for no reason, it's a shame. Y'all should stop, because it's not y'all money. I heard y'all got sued too, right? 300 West Sibley. Y'all don't want to pay that man his money so he can build out his stuff. Y'all do know he won his lawsuit and the village has to pay out, correct? But yet y'all still doing the same thing. That's shameful. And I was like, I was going to put cases on y'all. I still am, though. For all the things y'all been doing, all the illegal stuff y'all been doing. I'm still going to do that, but he beat me to the punch as it relates to y'all keep holding up people that been fighting for years, just to get what's owed to them, for what's right. And y'all still making a mockery of this village. Come on, man. Shame. The time is now to change. And as someone said earlier, change is hard. Change is difficult. I get it. But change is needed, especially in our neighborhood, the black and brown communities. I go get the money, and then y'all don't want to spend the money. What kind of mess is that? I'm the only mayor that's bringing in grant money, right? I'm the only mayor that got the most grant money out of everybody in the state of Illinois. But yet you guys want to sit here and dictate what we do, and I said give it to the people. But y'all said give it to y'all friends. Come on, make it make sense. Block by block, all the houses. I told y'all, let's put them on the tax roll. We ran on that trustee house, Trustee Belcher. We ran on it. That we was gonna make a program that people get houses for $1, people get houses for $5,000. Buy back the block. If you live on the block, you live next door to an empty house, it's your house. But yet y'all keep saying no. Why? Y'all gotta say time out for the nonsense and say, you know what? I'm gonna do something right for a change. I'm gonna make this vote. I'm gonna show people that I really wanna build Dolton up. And that's why I'm thankful for Trustee Brown and Trustee Holmes, because they the only two that always look out for the people, no matter what. And I thought that my team that I ran with would have been the same way. But yet they got their own hidden agenda. I went in the seat 2 weeks before y'all backstabbed me. Damn. So all I'm saying now is, okay, it's over with. Y'all did all y'all dirt. Now let's go. Let's build. That's what I need y'all to do. And tell the truth to the people. Stop lying to them. Stop making fake, I call it fake news. Stop calling fake news out for every little thing. Stop. I ain't never seen nobody that want their town to be in the negative all the time. Never in my life. But it's cool. I'm built for this. Because at the end of the day, this too shall pass. We have 1 year, and y'all seats are back up. And know that I'm going to campaign hard. Y'all know that because I make sure y'all won y'all seats. So y'all know what I'm gonna do. But at the end of the day, just stop, guys. I'm ready to build our town. I'm still building it while y'all trying to tear it down. How does that look? We could at least look like one band, one sound as we move up here on the board, like they do in the other communities. They fight all day long in the back, but when they get up here, they act like they all get along. We can do the same thing. If people stop trying to act like they me, trustee house. Y'all didn't run for my seat. I ran. Won by a landslide. Let me remind you, 82%. For those that don't know, please put some respect on my name. Because I'm just tired of the nonsense. Y'all act like I didn't earn where I sit. I won every single election. From trustee of 2013, the trustee of 2017, to the first female African-American mayor of Dolton. Respect to now the first female African-American youngest supervisor in the state of Illinois. Y'all don't even understand the history and the moments that y'all had before y'all that y'all too busy trying to tear it down. Shame on y'all. Y'all should go talk to y'all elders and they'll teach y'all something. Because guess who was in our town? Reverend Jesse Jackson. He understands history. He understands this moment. Some things only come once in a lifetime. And you guys are ruining it as it relates to y'all want so much attention that you rather put negative on the positivity, on the light, the beacon of light that I'm holding over dog. I'm preaching to y'all today, and I'm trying to ask y'all to stop. Because if I could forgive y'all, even though y'all don't like me, I get it. It's cool. But I'm okay with work with y'all because at the end of the day, we got to work together.
Chris Hamlet, thank you. Appreciate you, Chris.
Tangenique, you out of floor.
Let's get it, Tangenique. This is my girl coming up.
Good evening. So I want to discuss the outstanding checks that were mentioned.
Tangenique
So
Miller.
starting back to October 2022, the board's refusal to approve bills timely, violating the prompt payment laws, have created a huge backlog of payments. The backlog totaling over $1 million, close to 1.6 million. The prompt payment law states upon receipt of an invoice, payments must be approved within 30 days. With the board's refusal to approve invoices, it's caused significant delays in issuing those payments timely. For instance, 5 Star, who we have 8 checks here that the board, trustee House is refusing to sign. And I have them here where you can pass them and sign them. The invoice were passed in July. The checks are dated July 17th, so they are not sent out to the vendor because they have not been signed. What else related to those invoices? Since October, that was 7 months. This is 8 checks. July would have been that 8th check. So the checks are broken down into 8 payments, and we would like for you to pay them by signing and stop refusing to pay this vendor.
All right, so just to sum up what she said, you guys need to sign the checks. I don't even understand why Clerk Key didn't sign the
Really,
check.
Indigo?
So you and Trustee House need to sign the checks that was passed by this board and by a 4-1 or 4-2 vote or something like that. But I just know it passed. That's when Trustee Brown, Tammy Brown, jumped ship and voted to pay the bills. So then, therefore, she asked for her friends to get paid. We put it on the next warrant list, which it was approved to get paid, and Trustee House is refusing to sign. This is why you guys don't govern. This is why you guys don't have check signing powers. Because at the end of the day, it is up to the mayor, the administration, as relates to the day-to-day. But you guys hijacked the bank account, too. I need the residents to know that.
Ooh.
So that's what I mean by, I'm going to sue y'all for that, too.
Dang.
You in the bank, because it took forever to get on the bank, but y'all did some little secret squirrel stuff and went to Orland and got on the account, which is a shame, but it's okay. Every dog has their day. But I just want you guys to know y'all need to sign the check, Trustee House, because it's not up to you to dictate how things are paid out, when it's paid out. Your jobs are to vote on bills and make laws. That is it. And for the record, for those that don't know, when you pass a budget, you do know that you voted for everything we do up here, every single board meeting. We just make it into a warrant list to tell you what we have done with the funds, whether it's public works, whether it's police, whether it's fire. We write it down to tell you, but the budget that you pass is for the entire year. Nobody's supposed to come to you every single time and like, can I buy a pen? Hey, can I buy some tissue? It doesn't work like that. Anybody that runs big corporation understand exactly what I'm saying, and you guys should too. So I want to point out to you guys on how you guys are making this out to be, and it don't have to be this
Smoke
way.
alarm.
All right. Go ahead. Who want to go first?
Okay.
The fuck was
if I
that?
could be recognized now.
Go ahead, trustee.
Okay, so there's so much in there. But I'm going to just kind of go to my original statement, which is there are bills that are out there that have been previously approved, still not being paid. The 5-star invoice that we're talking about was approved for full payment. I have repeatedly said, because as the mayor mentioned, she says, we have the money. We got grants. We have all of this money. Please put that into one check, which is what the board voted for, or a majority of the board voted for, and pay it. I will gladly sign it if you put it in one check and pay it. I don't understand why it's broken down in 8 checks specifically, since you say we have all the money. So my stance on these bills is saying at this moment, let's hold off on the bills that are mentioned so we can catch up on the previous bills, put it in one check, and it will be signed. I have no problem signing that. Furthermore, as you mentioned, past due in terms of public works, those people have been waiting for 4 years to get their raise and everything else.
4 years.
Yet we see fit to put all these other items on the warrant list and pay and overlook the same people that you claim are working very hard. I think that should be a priority to make sure those individuals are paid. As those are paid, I will gladly revisit this list. But as you say, if we have the money, you got the money, you go get the bag. So let's make sure all of these checks are issued. I can't even dignify a lot of the other mess because that's really what I chalk it up to is mess. But in terms of a resolution, please put the items in one check as the board or majority of the board voted for. It will be signed, and also please reimburse 4 years of hard works by the Public Works Department.
Yeah, he should be
If
the
those
mayor.
items are done, we can revisit these future items, and that way we will know that there is money actually in the account. Because as I'm looking at the financials, last year we had a fiscal deficit of
Scarlett
$2.5
and Chris,
million.
thank you so much.
This year we
Thank
are
you,
3
Scarlett
months into
Hamlet.
the fiscal year. Page 15 of the financials shows a $2.6 million deficit. Again, there are serious challenges that we are facing, can be facing, and these items are getting further and further behind, and yet we're pushing new items on the board asking us to pay for it. I will restate one more time. Please put all items in one check. I will sign it. I'll put that in email. I will do it in smoke signals if you need to see it. One check, it'll get signed. It's that simple.
No,
All right, please stop with the smoke screens for real.
He's
I need you
level-headed as
to
fuck,
pay
this guy,
the
Jason
people
House.
their money. It's not up to you to pick and choose how we pay.
You should run.
Janique, the finance director, just explained to you how you guys got the bill to be up so high. Because every single meeting, you guys took people out. Anybody that pay their bills regular know that if you keep taking the bill or keep putting the bill off each month and another month and another month, guess what? It's going to add up to $1 million. It's going to add up to $2 million because you guys chose not to pay anyone. So now we're playing catch up with certain vendors because you guys chose not to pay anyone for several months. You out of order, trustee. You out of order. So it's up to you to sign the checks how the finance department sent them out to you. And that vendor don't even have a problem with how we're paying him. He even reached out to you, trustee. And for the record, you get the bank account every day. You know what balance we got. You know how much money we got. So stop playing games and sign the check that they voted on at the last meeting that you choosing not to sign. So you're holding up progress. It's not your trustee house. Matter of fact, where them checks at? Give them checks. You sign them checks, trustee. And then Clerk Key sign the checks. That's what y'all need to do because we voted on this already. It's illegal for you guys not to sign the checks. I got them right here. Where they at?
He's going to force him to sign the checks.
Give trustee house the check so you can sign them checks right now in front of these people. We ain't gonna stop playing these games. We gonna call a spade a spade. There you go. You can sign all the checks right there. All them checks that you did not sign is right there for you and the Clerk Key signature, which I don't understand why she ain't signing checks. Because at the end of the day, Clerk Key, you said I signed when the board votes for it. The board voted on it. Why you ain't signed? because you're following Jason. This nonsense. You're following mess. Stop following mess. It's gonna lead you in a rabbit hole. Don't say I didn't tell you. Okay, make sure you sign. Get past her them checks when you're done, trustee out, so she can put her signature on that too.
The rabbit hole.
I am worried about what you do because you're holding up progress. And I need you to take care of them FOIAs. Please stay in your lane. Thank you. This lane too fast. Thank you. So next, go ahead, Tajanique. You say whatever you wanted to say now. Oh, I said it already? Okay. All right, go ahead. Who else?
To be recognized.
Go ahead, trustee Norwood.
We still in discussion.
Is this real?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. First, Mayor, you sit up here and you mentioned smoke, which that's exactly what we're doing with you in this administration. Smoke and mirrors. You sit here and you tell everybody their job. Your job is this. If we weren't responsible for the finances, we wouldn't need to approve them. If you need our approval, it means we're responsible for the finances.
Cutting her mic out.
So technically, that is our job. You mentioned me following. If you were a great leader, I would follow. Ooh. There are ordinances put in place. Your job as the executive branch is to enforce the ordinances, not to tell us what the ordinance is. I'm quite aware of the ordinance. The ordinance states that anything over $5,000 should be presented in front of the board. That's what the ordinance states. So when you have things on here, 25,000, 80,000, that sounds like it's over the $5,000 threshold to me. So that means that if you were a great leader, you would bring it in front of the board, do the appropriate matters like what they call RFPs, bring it in front of the board so everyone is aware of who's doing the work, what work is being done. You sit up here and act as if when you were a trustee, you didn't mention a tree list. You kept stating the importance of a tree list. But now as a mayor, because this is something that you want to enforce, you don't find it fit for us to get the information. And then you sit here and say, oh, well, they don't want to approve it. How about you bring the RFPs in front of us? We all discuss it. How about we have a meeting, the first meeting that we're supposed to have, which is the CAL meeting, and then you present the vendors to us. We know exactly what's going on, not just us, but the community. It's their money also. If you present it, then we know what's coming, and we're not surprised. Every month we get a warrant list, and we have 50 different vendors. You say to us, oh, well, you being a follower. Well, how about when you all sent the email, it was approved for the $1 million for 5-star. That was approved, $1 million. I said, hey, Mayor, are you sure we have the money? You said, yeah, we have the money. So if we have the money, to me, it would make sense to write the check out for the $1 million and pay the people. But if we're not paying the people that's already meant to be paid, and every month you're coming and you're shoving these bills in front of our face and saying, pay it, pay it, pay it. How do we know where we stand financially? We don't. And that's our concern. You sit here and say, well, why? Because we cannot afford it. If we're in a $2.6 million deficit, a deficit sounds like we can't afford it. So we should prioritize. And that's all we're stating. You get up here, you make it personal, this and that. We're here to do a job. My job is to oversee the finances. And that's what I'm here to do. So you can stay all day long, follow leader. You be a good leader and bring the RFPs in front of us. That way we all know, the community know who's doing the work. It's 10 different vendors on here doing grass. Who is our main grass vendor? What grass is getting cut? How much grass is there? These are things that you should present to us. You say, call me. Why are we calling you? As a good leader, you should present the information to us, and we won't have to call you. We'll know, and we'll all be aware. But that's my stance on it. If you present it to us ahead of time, we'll know. You sit here and you say, oh, well, they don't want to pay this, they don't want to pay that. Explain to us exactly what we're paying. Pay 5-star their $1 million, and let's go from there. Then we know how much money we have so we can continue paying vendors. If we break it up, how are we going to know? If he signed the checks breaking up, how are we going to know when the money goes out? So what, $250,000 is going to go out now? $250,000 is going to go out in September, October, $200. How are we doing this? Why not just pay them so that we know what we're approving? That's my concern. Us having the money and being financially responsible. That's it. All I'm saying is do RFPs so we know. And then we won't have this fight. Like you stated, we've been doing this for 2 years. For 2 years, you've never presented us an RFP. We've had one RFP. So for once, we knew exactly what was happening. And that was it. So again, if you could present the things to us so that we can do our job and make a good financial decision regarding the finances, then we won't sit up here and bicker every time it's time for finances. But it's the surprise, for me, the element of surprise. So thank you. That's my stance on it. You do RFPs, we won't sit here and argue. We'll know who's doing the work, and it won't be a surprise. Thank you.
Hey, Trish.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you, Trisha.
Okay, go ahead. Because then I got something.
I'm so confused right now. I don't know
What's
if
with
I'm
that
shocked.
mic? Well, maybe that's somebody's phone.
Trustee
Yeah,
Norwood.
that's somebody's phone.
In October, you got a warrant list for $389,000 and $400 for $389,400 for 5-star. And then in November, y'all got another warrant list for $319,600. And then in December, y'all got another warrant list for $741,000. And then in January, you got a new one for $745,000. March, y'all got one for $922,000. April, y'all got one. I'm just so confused. How in the world did you not know that these individual bills or these individual payments were gonna? I know that you know they were gonna add up to one big check.
Don't
But why in the
spam
world
news,
will we
please.
issue out one big check when all of these bills you guys
Hard for me
passed
to
up
read.
every single month? Why would we not issue them out the way that they were presented to us every single month? And you can't say they weren't presented to you because you got them every single month. You got them in October, November, December, January, March, April, June. You got them that way. You got them. They were presented to you that way. And there's no rule, no law, unless you could tell me one. Mike Delgado, is there a law
Tricia.
that states that they have to pay, that the bills have to be paid in one lump sum check when it's approved on a warrant?
No.
Okay, so if you got it, you know for a fact that that's how it was issued to you. Why would we not present the check to you the same way that it was issued? You guys chose not to pay the bills.
Thank you, News.
We're giving it back to you the same way the same way that we presented it to you before.
Okay, so I'm glad you're speaking, Mr. Freeman.
Thank you.
You sent an email.
I usually don't get it. I don't get it.
And I was so happy that you did.
I never get a chance to talk to you. I usually talk to Jason House over there.
And I appreciate your time,
Thank
right?
you. Okay.
So, and just say yes or no, because I don't even want to go back and forth. I've already expressed how I felt about it.
I know how you feel.
I've already expressed my vote, right?
Yes,
So
I know how
no
you
need for
feel.
back and
Yes.
forth. The question is, and it's just a yes or no. Did you or did you not send an email stating that we cannot afford to pay the $1 million in one check? And you explained to us that you wanted to have the checks broken down.
I said that would be the responsible thing.
Okay, because you said.
But I did not say that we can afford. I did not use the word afford.
Okay, but the email stated.
But you said you wanted me to say yes or no, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, your terminology was a financial bind, correct?
I'm going to use the word no.
Okay, so yes or no? Did you or did
You told me to say yes or no.
Okay, all right, enough. So hold on 1 minute, Trustee Brown. So I just want to say this to Trustee Norwood, because she said she made her statement. You guys are taking things off the warrant list that's under the threshold of the $5,000. So let me school you again, because you say that you want to listen to me. I'm just educating you. All I can do is give you the facts. You're welcome. I'm about to give you the lesson. You about to get this lesson.
You're so smart.
Y'all know I'm super smart. Come on, But anyway, so basically, I just want you to know that when we give you the bills list, half of the time, most of them that Jason House is pulling off is under the $5,000. So you just stated out of your mouth that, hey, if it's over $5,000, it should go to the board. That's not even true. Over $5,000, it go to $20,000. It go to the village administrator. That's $20,000. And then clarity for RFPs. Keep talking about RFPs. Anybody over, is it 20, 25? $25,000, you put it out for RFP. Half of the vendors that we use is under the threshold. Even with the roof and window program, why are you guys stopping things like that? That's grant money. And the threshold for a roof was $5,000, and for windows was $2,000. So what I'm saying to you is that you're putting your feet in your mouth because you keep saying the opposite of what you're saying. You have to vote on things that's for you only. You get what I'm saying? If it's $5,000, that means the mayor can sign off on it, right? If it's $20,000, the village administrator is supposed to sign on. We're talking about laws and rules, right? That's how I go. And if it's for a RFP, it's over $25,000. So what are we doing wrong? It's all on the warrant list. And you keep saying RFP. Now put your phone down. Don't get no help now. Just listen to what I'm saying. All I'm saying to you is that,
don't tell me what to do.
because don't text nobody. I don't text nobody. I just want you to know what I'm saying.
Do your job,
to you.
man. Just do your job.
I am. I'm doing my job. I need you to do your job. That's why I'm telling you, trustee.
what you're saying.
Because at the end of the day, you keep following and you won't get the facts. If somebody give you the information, you still won't listen. You heard the lawyer just tell you, we don't have to talk to you guys about breaking the money up. The money can get broken up. If it's a vendor, like he just pulled out somebody else, 5-star, he had one check. Y'all still pulled it out. One check. Why y'all pull it out? That's my point. Because you guys are picking and choosing who you want to pay. One check. Trustee House just read into record that you pulling out. Why? Y'all read another vendor, one that was $500 or something. Why? Why? This is my point to you. Like, it's mess. It's people nickel and diming and picking who they want to pay. That's not right. You want the service or you don't want the service. Then you talk about who cutting grass. Y'all asked that 2 board meetings ago. You know the answer. And then you talk about doing your job. Have committee meetings. Why you had no committee meeting to talk about nothing? But yet you get here and say, let's do this, let's do that. I'm saying that you on committee, but in budget, please pass the budget, y'all. All I can do is tell y'all to pass the budget. Pass the budget. Do y'all jobs. Once again, do y'all jobs. But these are the things that I can point out to you. We can go back and forth all day long. But at the end of the day, none of y'all are doing your jobs. But when y'all get here, we put on the show. And then at the end of the day, nothing gets resolved. Nothing. All I'm asking you guys to do what's right. If you saying my threshold is $5,000, put all the bills back in that's under $5,000. If his threshold is $20,000, put all the bills back in that's under that threshold. Then what's the problem? That's within the laws. On the laws, right? We following the laws. We put it on the warrant list, right? And the laws is make sure y'all vote for it. Y'all voted on paying all them bills and didn't pay nobody. Didn't sign the checks. But that's the law, right? We did every step that you guys asked of us. But yet we still get up here and y'all take things out. Why? Because the steps is let the board approve it. Y'all approved it. Even though it was approved through the budget, but y'all approved it on the warrant list. Okay.
Why?
And then y'all still don't sign a check to pay the vendor. Then what's the point of getting a vote? If y'all not going to pay the vendor, y'all going to do what you want to do. Trustee House going to not sign checks after you guys voted to pay people. He chooses not to sign the check. Now what? So now them people sitting in the audience and they saying, oh God, I'm gonna get paid today. And then later on, they come here to the village to finance department to get their check. Jason and the clerk pull out the checks and don't pay the vendor that y'all voted for. So now what do we tell those vendors? And then how do we keep services going for the residents? Everything stops, right? Because I guess that's what y'all want. Election time coming up, right? You gotta just stop everything because too much progress going on. Because other than that, why are you stopping it? There's no reason. All right, Clerk Key, call the roll.
I asked to be recognized a long time ago, Mayor.
You got something? Go ahead.
Okay, so just a couple of things. Is there more than one vendor that we're speaking of about these checks?
What do you mean?
You keep saying that they approved all of the bills last time and the clerk and trustee house didn't sign the check for the vendors. Is there more than one vendor that they did not sign checks for?
I think that's a rhetorical question.
It's not a rhetorical question.
I'm pretty sure you talked to them. And I just told you.
I asked you a question. Can you answer?
I'm gonna answer. So let me answer. Don't interrupt. Let you get my answer. So trustee house and the clerk didn't sign several checks. They have all the checks right there before you that you can look at and see that they did not sign certain people because they picking and choosing who they want to pay. It's not up to them. When the board votes to pay all vendors, but they won't sign certain checks.
Yeah, rhetorical.
Okay. My next question is, you made several statements in reference to saying that we affected people's livelihood and we're not paying them. They've done the work. I could say the same thing about you not giving people business license. You are affecting their livelihoods.
Trustee,
no.
You know nothing about.
Let me speak because
you know nothing about.
Let me speak because I have the right to speak because we're in discussion.
Wait, hold on.
We're in discussion
ain't got nothing to do with corporate bills.
No, you made a statement.
So get it right. Talk about corporate bills.
You made a statement about people's livelihoods.
Trustee,
so I'm responding back
talk
to
about corporate bills.
Okay, and this has something to do with the financial status of our village because we are missing revenue from things that's businesses being closed. Yes, absolutely.
Go ahead.
From businesses
your friends
being
closed.
closed.
Okay, go ahead.
My friend is still open.
It should be TS.
But anyway, with businesses being closed, since you want to go, I don't know, you woke up this morning or something with anger on you. You sit here and talk about hate, but at the end of the day, nobody comes here to argue with you. Nobody at all. There are bills that we have the right to take off. We have the right to make decisions about. You say that you're running it at the end of the day, because this is going to be the narrative when we go broke. You're going to say, I wasn't even on the bank account. The trustees did it. When at the end of the day, you're making decisions and spending money and then get mad when we don't approve it because it's not financially sound. I sat here and looked at a lease that y'all paying $149,000 for one of them trucks. You make that's like when you 19 years old and you go get a car and the interest rate 27%. That makes absolutely no sense. You're not making great finance. Excuse me?
Please state facts.
Oh, I got the facts, baby. You know I
So
got it.
please
And
say
I can
facts.
hop over there and show you.
But go ahead, hop over here.
I can
Don't do
over
that.
there
I
and show
advise you not
because
to.
last time
Just
I
say
did,
what you want. Please don't.
you swore I was trying to do something to you. But let me tell you, here it is, dated December 27th, 2022. The cash price of a 2023 Chevy Tahoe, $93,216.71. Interest and APR, $55,929.49. Total lease price, $149,146.20. Tell me if it's not facts, because your signature is all on it.
I don't see that.
Okay, but you want me to pass?
I don't.
All right.
I'll
But
get
at
my
the
statement
end,
in a
at
few
the
minutes
end
when
of
you
the
finish.
day, it's not about going back and forth with you. It's about making financial decisions that is in the benefit of everybody and just not one person. And you can't seem to understand that. Have a great day.
Okay, trustee, I wish you will come here with better information and come here with a better plan than to come here to do nothing and to vote no for progress in the village of Dolton. All you do is talk negative. You don't talk about nothing positive. I don't know one thing. Matter of fact, name me one thing positive that you voted for here in the village of Dolton. I remember they had that whole issue over there. What was it? Public Works, or a truck ran into something and the whole town's gonna blow up. And you voted no to fix the gas leak. I remember that. So tell me, what do you ever do for the people? Because obviously you don't care about them. You don't vote to help them do anything. You won't vote to cut down no trees, cut no vacant lots, make sure they stay, make sure squatters out, make sure the police department had camera system working in a
I did vote
in
for
a
that.
building.
So
You don't vote for
know your
nothing.
facts.
For nothing.
Know
But
your
anything
facts.
that's beneficial to trustee Belcher, right? And I just want residents to see that, because you could point out little things or cry about this, cry about that, but you're not producing anything. None of y'all are. None
Absolutely.
of y'all. So at the end of the day, it's said that y'all gonna do that to them people because they actually came and worked hard.
Okay.
They cut down the whole west side. So hopefully one of y'all will add that back into the warrant list, because them tree companies is still out there this week cutting down trees in Dolton. So can anybody revise it? Trustee Brown, Trustee Holmes, can somebody revise the warrant list and add the tree service back in there so that the people can continue to cut down the trees and trim them back?
May I be recognized, Mayor?
It's called pruning, ma'am. Pruning.
I say
the
we
trees.
should revise it and put them in there,
Cutting the
because at the end
canopy
of
off
the
the
day,
top.
we're going to be back in executive session. We're going to
Trimming,
be paying more.
if you will.
Yep.
Taxpayers going to be paying more.
I agree.
I'd like to touch bases on that.
Wow. We've got
Through a
Bush.
day-to-day experience. I deal with lawn care service, and I've been utilizing a lot of the young people in the community to help cut lawns for vacant lots next to senior homes that they're scared to come out because the lawns are so high. And if you ride through the community, no way you cannot see these homes, these houses that's vacant with grass coming up anywhere 5 and 6 feet tall. Come on, trustees. I'll be riding through the community. Seriously, I'll be riding through the community. You guys don't see these vacant homes?
Can I be recognized?
I say, let me just throw this here out at you. 148, 47, Dorchester, vacant home, grass coming up very high. 14700 on Lincoln. I just had to make a stop over there with a senior. We actually cut her grass through the lawn program, but her biggest concern was about the lots on both sides of our house. So her easy pitch was to say we didn't cut her grass, but it was really concerned about the houses next door to her. We got a lot of high grass going on out here, and we being selfish by not paying them. I was just going through this one list. What lawn services do you guys want to have to cut this grass? Because we need it. We actually need it.
Cut it, cut it,
I'm sticking with
cut
the
it,
grass right now.
cut it, cut it.
Because that's real tough right now. And I know I made a couple of visits on the west side, down the street from Trustee Brittany. I showed you a couple of houses over there. down the street from you that need their grass cut, right?
Yeah, we went. That's why I voted on the last thing.
Okay. That grass
That
is still high.
ordinance.
And I actually was spending money out of my own pocket
You all high. Man, take some goddamn
trying to get
water.
them lawns cut.
Somebody get the man some water.
And it's not a program to put those vacant homes on. So I'm just asking, what lawn service are we going to use, because it's definitely needed, because Public Works cannot cut all this grass out here.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it.
So I'm just asking, for my knowledge, for me to even talk with the residents, because they're asking about, do we have any lawn care services out of the village of Dolton to cut lawns? So cut it. Looking on here, we got, and we need them. So we need them because we had a lot of high grass going.
Man, them glasses
and
don't
I just
fit.
like to kind of touch too with that. I've been out here 33 years, and if you go from Sibley down to 142nd in Greenwood, that was a blighted area. Nothing but grass, weeds, raccoons, possums, all down that strip. All down that strip. It has been revitalized. Let's spend the money and give back to the community. I'm looking at, we want to take out some of these construction companies. They fixing sidewalks.
Yep.
They fixing alleys.
Yep.
We got seniors with roofs and windows need to be repaired. That's what this money is being spent on. It's going back into the community. It's not going into no individual pocket. It's going back into the community. And if you ride through the village, you can actually see it. It's there to be seen. So I'm asking, because I like to know, do we need to change the lawn company? You guys have some lawn companies?
Would you like a response?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My original statement, because I think it's being mischaracterized. We got past due vendors. Let's take care of them first. We got Public Works, who is owed money. I wish there would be that same passion with getting them paid. And then once that's taken care of, let's come back and see how much money's left. And then we address this. We are stacking more bills on top of what we already don't have. So please, let's pay Public Works their retro. Let's pay the other vendors with one check. And then let's revisit next month. I'm not saying no. I'm saying let's handle one step at a time. We're going further and further behind. And we keep coming in and we say, look, this has to be done. I agree. It's nice to have that done, but we're blowing off things that need to also be addressed that have already been voted on. So let's take one step first.
Duke.
Pay the people that haven't got their check first. Pay the Public Works their retro that they are. Oh, we don't even got a plan for when Public Works gonna get paid. Have you heard one?
Well, right now you're mixing apples with oranges. I was talking about getting grass cut, getting weeds.
I know you don't want to talk about it.
It's not that I don't want to talk about it, because I work hand in hand with Public Works.
Okay.
So
can we get them
definitely,
paid?
I support Public Works. I support anyone that need their retro paid. But this is not something that just happened.
Yep.
You guys been not paying bills for over 2 years. It's been a fight for over 2 years. I'm a 33-year resident out here. I'm a stakeholder. So I'm looking and I'm watching. This is the second term as a trustee and working very diligent in doing things in this community. But you guys been voting no for the past 2 years. It's not gonna get done in a month, 2 months. Now you hollering retro. I didn't hear retro a year ago. Public Works been behind contract 2-3 years now.
You hear
4?
the mayor?
Yep.
So I'm in support
everything he
of Public
said.
Works. I'm in support of the police department and the fire department. I'm with that. So let's don't twist it around like I'm against it. I'm not against it. But I was just talking about some things right now that we can put right back in the community. And I applaud Public Works for hanging in there with us. And I ask that you keep on hanging in there with us, because we're working towards making it better. Because I'm out there, I see Public Works, they still working hard. They still working hard, doing a yeoman's job. But I'm not counting them out, not by a bit. But I'm talking about something right now that we can do. I asked, did you have any lawn care people that you know that you want to put on there and pay them? Since you don't want to pay the ones that's on here now. And I commend them individuals for steady working and not getting paid. And I do say this here, yes, I was one that voted to pay the bills. I voted to pay the bills. I didn't vote for individuals to say who they want to pay. I voted to pay the bills. And right now, this is way beyond me because I didn't, I'm learning something now because I didn't know a trustee and the clerk handle the money like that. I thought that was up to the mayor and the finance director, along with the village administrator. So I'm learning something now that I never experienced. So that's my take on it. Because yeah, we got a lot of anger going on and personalness going on, but let's take the face off the situation.
It's good to see you.
Let's deal with them.
Yeah. And then y'all should put 1 second. I'm gonna go to you, Trustee Brown. K5, y'all should add them back in. I'm asking you guys to add them because that is the alley resurface program that we have been doing, and people alleys been getting done. Even people that don't like me. Valerie Stubbs alleys just got paid. So I just want to point that out to y'all that, hey, if it's the worst alley, we do it. We don't discriminate or pick and choose who gets done. That's why the engineers does it, and also Stacy from Public Works. So I'm asking that y'all put that back in, because if Trustee House really telling y'all the truth about finances, which obviously he know nothing about, he would tell you that it's different funds for everything that comes out of our bank accounts, and this is his own separate fund that this come from for $238,000. So I'm asking the board to add that back in so that people can get their alleys done. And y'all just heard Ron, the engineer, state that they're starting up. So what are y'all gonna do? Not pay them? And if they watch this, why would they come and do the work? They just said they just started today doing streets, alleys, and sidewalks. So if y'all keep holding their money, these are companies that went out for bid, Brittany, that went out for RP, Brittany. So I just want to point out that it do happen. But everybody got their facts wrong. When they get up here and speak, they be out of order with what they saying and don't have no facts. So all I'm asking is that you add K5. I wish I would add all the other vendors, but that comes from a separate account. And I wish people would tell y'all the things for y'all just get up here and start line item stuff out that you know don't even know where it come from. So go ahead, Trustee Brown.
AZN score. This is called a volcano. It vaporizes the weed at 374 degrees.
Was cut, and it still hasn't been distributed, and that was in July. So yes, Wood is my friend. I have a couple of other friends.
See, that's what it's about, paying their friends. Try to tell y'all. See? Thanks for making me.
My friends have jobs already. So let's get that fact straight. I don't have a friend that works here. I met Wood when I moved out here. So again, check cut, not being paid. We have vendors that checks have been cut and no, have not been paid. Here's an email for a lease agreement. State Bank. This past due bill says May of 2023. $76,000. So why would we continue to make bills when we ain't paying?
Speak into the mic.
You got vendors that have not been
Ask
paid.
Trustee Austin.
Yes, have been emailing us. Your checks have been cut. Why haven't I got my check?
Maybe if he signed it.
Vendors are coming here to pick up their checks and being told that they cannot receive their check. So what is going on? Yes, I voted to pay the bills. So guess what? Pay the bills. Why are we holding vendors' checks? Vendors' checks are still here. We have 30 plus checks that I know of are still sitting on a desk. 30 plus sitting on a desk. So if you're gonna pay the bills, pay the bills. But stop making bills, additional bills every month. If I'm a vendor and you pay me in 5 months, why would I come back here and do additional work for you if you're not paying? You can't pay your workers. So you want to talk about messing with people's livelihood, you're doing that. Why would a person come back here and continue to do work and I haven't been paid? That's foolishness. That's crazy. Stop adding on additional bills. A couple of months ago, we had a $5 million warrant list. The month after that, a $2 million and some dollar warrant list. Here's a $3 million and some dollar warrant list. Pay the bills. Pay the bills. And stop having these people continue to do work and not being compensated. If the checks are signed, distribute. Do not hold checks here and don't give them to anybody. So as far as my friends working here, I wouldn't dare have my friends working here.
Well, we agree on something. Pay the bills. So I hope you guys do pay the bills. Tell your friend, Trustee House, to sign the checks, and maybe vendors will get paid. But back to this K5 for the alleys, I need you guys to make sure you add that in here because they already did the alleys. We right now is about to start on the street resurfacing, and I would like people streets to get paved and people alleys to get paved. So please, please, please add that into your amended motion. Trustee, anybody want to amend the motion?
Don't we have to vote on this before we can amend it again?
Well, we can amend it.
No, I would prefer to vote.
Would y'all, any other trustee want to amend the motion to add the K5 alleys in there?
Yeah, I would like to make that motion to add K5 back in there.
Second.
All right, it's been amended. Please call a roll.
Can I ask Attorney Delgado, is that proper? Because I'm confused on what we're voting on now.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
You took people out, he added the person back in, and now we're gonna vote with K5 included.
There was a motion in the second, so how was it amended when we were in discussion?
We're done with this discussion.
But there was a
And
motion in a
amended.
second.
Okay, and it's amended.
Delgado.
So the cleaner way to do it would be just to vote on the original motion and then present a second motion. But the amended motion, even if you accept it,
Hey, why is he
it
talking
still would
again?
require a majority to amend it.
But there was a motion and a second. We were in discussion. It was so long that we forgot that we was in discussion, but it was discussion. So how
But I
are
said
we
the
making
cleaner
an
way would just be
amendment
to deal with
in
it separately,
discussion?
But if the board wants to, you certainly can entertain the amendment. And if there's 4 votes in favor of the amendment, then it would present a new motion, which then would require another roll call.
So then I'm voting no first. And then
It
based on the conversation that you've heard.
Correct.
Well, excuse me, attorney.
We just making up stuff as we go along.
I just want to make sure.
So okay, y'all want to vote on y'all motion and then y'all want to vote on K5 alleys next?
It's great, MVC. You can do that.
You can do
motion that was
that.
on the table.
I'm only asking because y'all wanted y'all way, but see how I'm compromising.
You
okay.
can do that.
All right, go ahead, vote on y'all motion.
So just to be clear and for the record, this is the motion and second that was just up for debate and discussion with the vendors removed as listed by Trustee House.
Correct.
And then after, if assuming that passes, then Trustee Brown can make his motion to authorize the payment of K5 or any other vendor.
Correct.
All right, call her up.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
No.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Aye. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
No.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, is there another motion to pay the vendors that were removed from the warrant list?
I say call for a secret
Service, rather.
squirrel
Is there a
meeting. Squirrel. A sweet. That's what it is. Secret squirrel. Secret squirrel meeting. That's
All
what
right,
you
is
need
there
to
a
do.
second?
Second.
All right, it's been motion
having
and
trouble
second.
with S's
Call
today.
her up.
No.
Dang, she ain't even said yet. Hi, y'all remember that? Really said no to y'all.
Extending this,
Chairman.
you're making a 1 hour meeting, 5 hours
Exactly.
without the argument.
Okay. Trustee Norwood.
No.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
No.
Trustee House.
No.
Trustee Holmes.
Yes.
Trustee Belcher.
No.
Motion failed.
All right. And for the record, guys, this is why trustees do not get on bank accounts illegally. So, Trustee Keys, I hope you got a good outfit. Well, Clerk Keys, I hope you got a good outfit. All right.
Dang.
Moving on. Mayor's report.
I make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
Goodbye.
Second.
I'm doing my mayor's report. If y'all gonna walk out of the meeting,
Call the
y'all
roll.
walk out of the meeting. Period. So I'm doing my mayor's report. So
There's a
mayor's
motion.
report.
There's a motion and a second
it
on
is
the
not
floor,
recognized.
Attorney
Y'all-
Delgado.
Girl, bye. It is not
There's a
recognized.
motion and a second on the floor,
No.
Attorney Delgado.
So mayor's report. Here we go, guys. It's a couple of things that's been
This is
going
like
on.
high
in the
There's a
school.
community.
motion and a
Trustee,
second
you're
on the
out of
board.
line. You're out of line.
Poof.
Clerk,
You're out
can
of
you
line.
call the roll? There's a
Clerk can't
motion and a
call no roll.
second.
You out of line, trustee. So mayor's
Trustee
report.
Norwood.
Here we go.
Trustee Stan
We have a
Brown.
couple
Girl,
things
bye.
going on right now in the village of Dolton. I just want to point it out to you guys.
There's a motion
So one
and a
thing,
second.
trustee, You out of order.
I'm not.
You
There's
are
a
out of
motion
order.
and a
You out of-
second.
you out
You
of
had
order.
your mayor's report.
Didn't y'all say y'all report?
You was sitting here
I got my
talking.
mayor's report.
We
so,
were sitting here listening
okay,
to you
you'll be
for
okay.
hours.
You only do one meeting. You do nothing else. So
Okay,
it's okay.
There's a motion and
All
a
right,
second.
so moving on. You out of
there's
order,
Robert's
trustee.
Clerk, can you
Trustee,
please call
you
the
out of
roll?
order. You're not the mayor. You're out of order.
Clerk, can you please
You're out of
call the
order.
roll? And if the
All right, so here we
attorney
go.
is going to sit here and
Mayor's
let her
report.
continue on with
Okay,
these
trustee, you can
shenanigans,
leave. Trustee, you can leave.
there's
You
a
can
motion
leave,
and a
trustee.
second on the board.
Trustee, you can
Since
leave.
you want to know, you
All right,
got
so here
all
we
the
go.
rules. There's a
couple
motion and a
things that
second.
going on here in the village of Dolton. I just want to make y'all aware of what's going on. One thing that I'm proud to announce is that now our swimming pool here in the village of Dolton will be repaired. So residents, you can come out and swim for free. What I love about that is you can come and do that on the village. Before that, we didn't have anything going on like that. And that's what y'all remember. Remember how they act right here? Y'all remember that when election time come up. But I'm going to give y'all my mayor's report so I can tell y'all the positive things that goes on in our village. This is a joke, I swear. Next, I'm looking for someone to run the Just Ice rink. So if anybody is interested, please call us at 708
4 out of 6 left.
6859. Again, 708-297-6859. And that is Just Ice rink. Next, we're looking for contractors to fix the roofs for the seniors. So seniors are asking for their roof and windows to be fixed. Please call us at that same number, 708-297-6859. We have a roof and window program, which we got grant money for our seniors and veterans, who we will start with first. Last week went really well. I just want people to know that you all signed up for Home Beautification Awards, and we will be giving them out this week. If you are interested or know somebody that's looking to do so, please go to vodalton.org. Again, their website is vodalton.org. Next, we have our digital meter water project. I know that Keith Freeman announced that will be coming up, and that is a $2 million grant that we went and we sought out, and we were having that for our residents, but we do have a balance. I think it's coming to almost, I don't know numbers by heart. Do you know numbers yet? Okay, so he's working on the numbers, but I just know that we was awarded the $2 million to start the digital meter for all the people that had issues with readings that was getting estimated readings. So I just want to point that out to y'all that we still working despite what y'all see here. I'm gonna keep working and staying positive so that you guys can get the things that you need and have been neglected without for so many years. Light Up the Block project. We have this going on, Light Up the Block project. It is for residents to put a light in front of their lawn, and that's the little light that you see sometimes and it's lit up. So we have that going on, and then we also have lights that goes on the block. So if you're interested and your block is too dark, which we're working on, one thing I love about cutting the trees on the west side of town is that they said that we're doing an awesome job and they see us lighting up the block. I know they had did several streets already, thank you DeMarcus, putting light poles up. So those residents are really happy, because at night, if you go there right now, you can literally look from 146 all the way to Sibley, vice versa. And we're doing that from Airbrook all the way to LaSalle right now. So I'm praying that the vendors do come out tomorrow, because the board did not pay the vendor that's cutting the trees over there on the west side of town. We still had Wentworth to do, LaSalle. Yeah, see, well, you see it with your own two eyes, so you can go tell residents what happened. You still got LaSalle to do. They were scheduled to come out, so hopefully they do come out. And then also they was gonna resurface y'all street over there. So hopefully all that still works. If the board don't pay them, I don't understand why they will continue to do it. What else we got? We have tree trimming already. Announced that. We did the west side, and we also did the south side over there behind Fairway. That's Maryland. So make sure you guys go check that out. A lot of residents happy, and we are starting in both of those areas with pouring concrete for sidewalks and also alleys and street resurfacing. That started today in certain areas. So tomorrow I will go out and do a video just to show the residents the things that we're actually doing despite all the mess. Next, I am also looking for a face painter, balloon artist, caterers, and a sweet caterer. That's that old school butter cookies and old school caramel cakes. I'm looking for all those things to happen here in the village of Dolton. So if you're interested, let me know, because we're putting together a whole package. So when people rent out our Just Ice rink or other things that I govern, you guys will have options. We are sending schedules to all the residents as it relates to people, the vendors that did sign up to do the roof and window program. The problem we had last time was that we didn't have enough vendors. to actually complete the roof and window program. And then the board did stop paying those vendors, so people did stop doing the works for the residents, as you can see. So again, we're going to try again, and hopefully it works out this time to benefit you guys. Gospel Fest. We're having a Gospel Fest on September 23rd, which is a Saturday. It starts at 3 p.m. until 9 p.m. Gospel Fest will be on Greenwood Falls. Those that came out this past Sunday, was it Sunday? Sunday, it was really, really awesome. We had the Gap Band out, and we also had T.L. Williams out. Tons of people
God
came out.
showed
A
up.
lot of seniors and youth came out. We had go-karts, bouncy houses, face painters, everything, and free food. It was a whole picnic that day. It was awesome.
I want to be like
We're doing
Herman
the same
Munster.
thing because, as you can see, I'm trying to heal our neighborhoods because right now so much hatred, negativity in the community, and I know I go back and forth too. So it includes me. So everybody just need to find God somewhere in their life that don't have it, and we need to work together and then show a united front for you residents. So I do want to apologize for us coming out here and not showing a united front. Hopefully it will get better, but remember this, it always get better in time, and you guys will have the option to vote people out of office that you see here before you. Just don't forget what people have done to you, because it will be time to repay that favor of people walking out on you. Remember that when they at your door, I ask you to vote for them and keep up. All I can do is just show you the facts and show the proof. You can tell people so many facts as it relates to questions they have, but if they don't believe the answer, is no point of responding. What else do I want to say? Food pantry. Anybody hungry, whether it's the village of Dolton or anywhere in one of the 17 cities, you guys can go and get free food from the food pantry at 15340 Page Street. It's in Harvey. Again, that's 15340 Page Street in Harvey. Sign up, guys. Get free food. We could deliver it to your home if you like. Or on Wednesdays, we give it out every single Wednesday. But please sign up if you are interested in getting free food.
Apparently 80% of the town,
now,
AB.
That's that. I got
what she
2
just said.
videos, and then that will conclude this evening, because I want to show y'all all the time what it is I am doing
love
as
her
your mayor.
videos.
I can't speak for nobody else. I'm going to speak with myself. And as you see, the 2 trustees that stayed behind, who respect your time for coming out, that did not walk out on you residents. Trustee Stan Brown, Trustee Andrew Holmes, they always support every movement and everything that goes on in our village. And I feel so bad that people keep walking out on y'all. That's how we ended up with that $33 million settlement to that family, because the board walked out when the insurance carrier, the attorneys, everybody was here. If anybody was here in that meeting, you witnessed it firsthand. They went right next door to the bar. All this fighting and all these things that you see before us is really just because people won't hire their friends or their contractors or things of that nature. But things get bidded out, whether people believe it or not. The engineer company hires all of those things, as he cited before you earlier. I just want to make reference to what facts are and what the laws are. The laws is $5,000 that I get to sign off on, $20,000 that Keith Freeman, the village administrator, gets to sign off on, and anything else that goes out for bid is $25,000 and up. And guess what? Everything for you is under the threshold. It's $5,000 for a roof. It's $2,000 for a window. It's a shame that people have to come in here and take them vendors out of the warrant list that they vote for in the beginning of the year for a budget. Once a budget is passed, it's up to you to allocate and make do with the budget for over the time spent. Because anybody that runs a department, y'all know better. Y'all know y'all don't go ask for every little thing that you need for that department. It's already budgeted for, and now you spend your budget to what you see fit for your department. Prime example, lawn care, for instance, at HAP in the township. That's a budget when they got to go and get lawn care bags, or go get anything that they need. They go get the things they need. So do Public Works over here. They go get what they need, and they put a bill together. So for them to say, keep coming to them for every single thing, they run a day-to-day operation. Each department head does here. I just oversee the department. That's it. But anything they need, they go get.
Yeah. 33 million they gave.
So I just
want to
point it out to you guys. So thank you again for coming out. Are y'all ready?
Somebody
All right,
must
go
have
ahead.
died for sure.
Which? Oh, Lahi start next Monday. Next month. So October. Yes, October. Lahi starts next month. So if you need help with your utility bills, make sure you go. So this is just Ice Court. I always like to show you the beauty of Dawson and the things that we're doing, the progress. This is us putting down the epoxy right there on 14312.
Go.
Greenwood. So if you ever interested, go check it out.
Let's go.
We're gonna have a big skate event there. I do a lot with the schools. The schools come out and they basically have a whole little party right here on the ice. Tried the footwork. Thought I was footworking. But yeah, that's us. Just ice rink right there, guys. It's for residents, for you. And you won't believe the value of people property right here in Dolton now, just for building that. All those houses and properties around there, go check the value on it.
Value went up since you put the rink in, huh? All right.
Yep, that's us on the move. All right, what other positive?
Shout out to the AV guys who's showing you the thumbnails. Gonna go to some porno pics. Bro, don't you think you could open up a separate page and had it ready on a... Come on, man.
This was us.
Even I know that.
Giving water out on the hottest day.
Audio ain't synced up.
It was super hot. We were sweating. Myself, Trustee Holmes, Trustee Stan Brown, everybody was out there, including my police department, Chief Collins, Chief McCain, Stacy Corral, everybody. And people told us about their neighbors. We was able to give shelter to people that need it. And there's good old Dan Placo harassing us as we walk through the town. Never stops, guys. Never dull day. But this is everybody, as you can see, walking through the town,
I want to see it.
giving out water. It was like 100 degrees
this
that
video
day.
already. You already showed them this shit. How many times you gonna show them the water video?
This is the things that I do. This is what I love to do. And believe it or not, guys, I love what I do. I do this because I truly care. That means it's not work for me. So these videos are also on our village website, YouTube, Facebook page.
Tiffany does Dallas.
And I don't know nobody that does this. Like a Chief Collins.
Nobody.
Yep.
Yeah.
People just are so appreciative of that. And I even got calls about helping people, mom, their family.
I want a Dolton Fire Department t-shirt. I gotta find that.
Public Works was out there, everybody. I just want to show y'all the positivity of things that my department does. And these are things that, trust me, don't come with the title, but we do it because we truly care. So, yep. Thank you.
Hercules.
Anything else you got?
Yeah.
Oh, Dawn Park. Okay, you can show Dawn Park. See, a resident asked what's going on with Dawn Park. So one thing trustees got to stop doing is getting together with people and not having facts. So everybody keep. Okay, I'll let you see this first. So after our event that we had, we went to the Dolton Park district to show you guys how they left their park. And this was like midnight, like literally. Things was everywhere. Because all I could do is give you the facts. People can come here and say that they cleaned up and we lying and we this. It's not true. I'm showing you right now how they keep our parks. If this was Orland or Tinley, they parks wouldn't look like this. They would have cleaned it up right after the event was over with. So I just want to show you the complaints that we get. We go and we check it out, but I make a video just so I can show you the facts instead of me saying it out of my mouth that you can see through your own two eyes. Go ahead, play the video.
Okay, hold on.
And I wanted to come to the park district to show you guys the things that I deal with. So when people get to telling y'all stories, I want you to see your own two eyes. See how I'm doing? See me at a whole event ourselves this evening. And it is what, 11, 12 o'clock at night. But this is what I do. I drive around my town and I make sure everything is in order. I want to show you how they make your parks. That's for the kids. So they tell y'all that, but it's not. All they do is have events, parties. You follow the rest. Look at my park. It's our neighborhood, right? Look, everybody drinking. Got all of the Dixie cups back.
What am I looking at? Grass. What am I looking at? Oh, there's a
Yeah,
bottle.
well, look, as far as I can see, you see all this? That's it. It shouldn't be this way, but it is. But the minute I get to telling y'all about stuff, or now that I start writing tickets, because I am going to write tickets to the park district, because this is unacceptable. You must have staff to make sure they clean up the things that you guys have. How are you
The people
out park like this?
should
It's
pick.
12 o'clock at night.
People
Y'all
should
know
pick
that
up
we got
after
beers,
themselves.
food,
Yes.
all that
More
that
importantly.
at night. And all they do is take the stuff and run it in the forest. You gotta care about what you got in your head. You gotta care about your time. If this was horrible, tell me. All the times you always hear me recite, y'all wouldn't dare mess with this park like this. Y'all wouldn't. And to the commissioners over there, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Because somebody should have been on point to make sure this park got cleaned up when y'all got done trying to be. So my son, so the kids folks come and see the park like this, how do they play? Hi. But I'm gonna show y'all this video at the board meeting, so you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show you. Look at the dogs, come on. You dogs see?
Piles of trash everywhere. At least they put it next to the can. Nobody's picking the trash up.
And they did. No.
Why did y'all just clean it up? All you think.
Yep.
This is what I'm showing you, residents. Look. I call about it. Look,
Yep.
look. This is what y'all do. Look.
Some
Shouldn't be touching
tequila.
this. Look. Y'all see? Y'all see in the park. What y'all need? Y'all
Yeah.
partying, y'all chilling. See? That right back down there. This is stuff. This is stuff that y'all need for our kids.
But that's what they did. But they don't show y'all that. They don't tell y'all that.
No, I think I got it all twisted. Y'all the one that don't care nothing about our parks, our community, our kids. Y'all want this narrative to be out there, but you guys are dead wrong. And I want the residents now to see what I see. All the way down. Look at that. Terrorist vote. Now everything tomorrow won't be cleaned up. Not only cleaned up to Monday, right? Y'all stop coming. But that's why we should govern the parks. This is the reasons why the park should not be governed by themselves. Because obviously y'all need management. Y'all have nobody to manage. Y'all need to put the parks back with the kids. Stop making it about events. So all the commissioners over there, stop. Because at the end of the day, we truly care about what we lay our head. Remember, I grew here. Y'all flew here. Y'all ain't doing nothing but doing financial gains off of our parks, which is for the kids. You wait to see the next video I show y'all of how the parks truly look. Care. At least care about it. Y'all need to care. Y'all just got kids out here bugging. They can't even use the swings or the slides. Come on, man. Stop. I'm gonna show y'all the truth. I'm gonna give y'all the facts. If you can lie and lip box and say whatever, but this is the truth. Y'all see what y'all do out. Look.
I grew here. Y'all flew here.
Seeing is believing. That's all I can tell you. Seeing is believing. All you commissioners over there should be ashamed of yourself. Leo, where you at? Let's go do news stories. Where you at? Let's clean your park up, buddy. Let's clean your park up. Sandra, where you at? Everybody got so much to say. Let's go check that out, backyard. See? These are the areas that y'all govern, right? But y'all ain't taking care of. You see it? But I just want to point it out once again, y'all. These are your parks.
So that's how the parks look. Here, I'm gonna let you guys see the other video of
There
how
we
the
go.
swings and things look in the park to slide. You wouldn't dare let your kids slide on that. I know I wouldn't. So this the one I put out when they did the little fake news story.
That busted ass.
Remember they reported they cleaned it up. They did.
Clean with a T.
As you can see, right before you slide, all this language, all messed up. You wouldn't dare let your kids come and slide down the slide, get stuck in there, get in park. Clean your bathroom. I can't stress enough how many things I fight for the people to have a good community in our village. And it starts with us. We have to care enough to make enough noise to like fix it. Because guess what?
Said some, dude.
All these things as be relevant to the things that you're not going to take care of. You can have parties, you can have all of that. But what really matters is the kids being able to get out of school, have somewhere to go that's safe. I care about safety. When they get on a swing, when they get on the slide, when they come to your park, you better come down here and not get injured coming down the slide. How would you feel if your kid came on so they got injured at the park? You won't believe it, because you won't believe that this is this in your very backyard. Look at the graffiti that they write throughout the park. Look at the things they're writing on the slides, on the different things throughout the park once a week. I can't do nothing but point it out to you, residents, and make you see that you're worth more than this. I need your help in making sure that elected officials, your own backyard, do what they're supposed to do, which is take care of it. All I can do is bring attention to it, and hopefully they fix it, because now I put it out there for it to be known. But I need them to actually fix the park and stop just using it as a partying holding place for them and their cronies. Fix it. Because at the end of the day, all I can say is, they don't really care about us. You see? They don't really care about us. I need you to know that.
So that was another video because I wanted to go there to show you guys that they did not clean it up. They did not fix it. If somebody get hurt with that, you literally keep pause for 1 minute. If somebody get hurt with that, you literally will bankrupt a park, because that is a bad injury. As you can see, I didn't make it up, but that's state parks. Instead of paying for lawsuits that y'all keep losing for things because you don't know the laws. What the problem is that I've seen here in the village of Dolton, people been accustomed to doing things the wrong way for so long that when you try to teach them the right way, they want to say that you're the wrong one. But I'm reciting laws, cases, showing them facts. And all I'm saying is like, okay, well, read it. You don't got to believe me. Read it. And it'll tell you that you've been doing it wrong all this time. And that's the problem with trying to get people to change to what the right way is. And that's what we've been focusing on. So I just want to point that out to you guys that I'm going to keep on with the fight.
They have their own police department.
And my daughter's growing up in this community now. I want to fix it. I'm not going to leave it here for her or your kids bed the way y'all used to. It used to be that way. But when we was here, like I told everybody, it was, man, Becky and Heather and Susan and all those people was here when I moved to town. Majority of them are gone now. But now the way we're fixing it, they're coming back. But I want it to be safe where you can leave your kid out front to play and nothing happen. You can leave the bike and it still be there when they come back from using the bathroom. That's the community I vision. But you got to have vision and you got to dream. I tell you about dream with your eyes open. If you don't have no vision or no dreams, then what are we doing? Today not promise, tomorrow not promise. So all I could do is just show you what you mean to me. Show you your worth. I think you're worth more than what you've been getting. And I think that you've been getting service since I done took over. Despite what people may say, people can point fingers or say, we don't have this and don't have that, then go get it. Because I don't hear no. I'm an entrepreneur by heart. I'm going to go find the money and bring it back to my community because I think we deserve just the same thing that the other communities are getting that's way up north. So all I can do is just show y'all that I care and keep fighting the fight despite the controversy, despite the naysayers, despite all the mess they put on the news, fake news that is, about nothing. But they never show y'all the truth, the building of the community, the things we go through. People talk about retro, but y'all ain't got paid for over 4 years, and that was before me. But I'm the one coming in, executing every contract for y'all, making sure y'all get what's owed to y'all, everybody getting their pay that was owed to them from back then. As it relates to now, your pay went up, but people got to understand where the revenue at. Y'all still got to find revenue to fill that void. We can't just keep saying, okay, we're going to do it. Okay, what's the plan?
Taxation.
So do I just come up with the plan or do the board help come up with the plan? Everybody keeps saying what I ain't talking to them about, but no one calls. No one talks. Everybody get up here and do a show. That's what I'm tired of. We do one meeting, and one meeting, they don't even want to pay bills. But guess what? We did all that work over that 1 month we've been missing. We did, man, oh my God. The whole west side is basically done. The whole south side is basically done. Now we're moving on to the east side. We're moving on to other areas because they're neglected as well. But if people are not paying vendors, how do you continue progress? Because really that's their goal, to stop progress. Who stops things where they claim they live in? So obviously you don't live here because you don't care about fixing it, but we do. Within my first 2 years, we did amazing
I don't
things.
know, Tony.
And I think I've shown you guys that it only changed when you want it to change. Nobody else can help change it but you. And the way you do that is by putting people on boards that care about you, that don't just walk out because they mad or don't want to hear. It's like a stubborn kid. That's how they act. When you want to hear your parent no more, you run in your room like that. But parent came with that belt, right? Tap, tap, tap. Where that's at? That's the problem right now. People got to stop walking out. I remember when I was a trustee. I remember me, Trustee Stan Brown, Trustee Robert Hunt. When we sat here, Riley used to say all kinds of stuff. We sat there and took it. We didn't never walk out. Where they do that at? You take it on the chin, right? You take your lashes, you hear whatever you're going to say, then you move on, you vote, and you move on. Because you elected us to vote and govern. Right. That's it. At the end of the day, I say the mayor's report for last because I want to at least shed light on things that may have questions to. And then not only that, show you the positivities as well because you hear so much negative. At least show you the things that my staff do. They get talked about so much, but they actually are really smart, young individuals that govern our town. People got to give them a chance. Stop turning your back on our kids, guys. They are the future. I don't care what nobody say. They are the future. They're next. If they do something wrong, guide them to do better. I don't care what you do. It's how you come from it. That's it. What matters is what you do in that dash. That's it. Trying to please people that never will eat with you, sleep with you, be in your household. Stop it. That's what my message is always to the youth, and they understand it. The youth here in our village, in our town, know who their mayor is. Ask them who was the previous mayor. Ask them who a trustee is. I guarantee they can't recite nobody but Trustee Holmes and Trustee Stan Brown. Because they're the ones they always see. They're the ones always doing. That's what you got to remember. Don't pay attention to people that are at your door when it's election time, because election coming up. People start doing little fake things. That's fake love. You don't want that. They only doing it because they want you to vote for them. But what about the first 2 years when you need it the most? What about the years when you needed help with that water bill? One thing I will say about my administration, they go get resources. We all go to Springfield. We went to Springfield. We came back with $6.8 million for Dolton. Dolton. Go ask any mayor in the state of Illinois, did they come out with that kind of money? But we did. But they don't write that. Talk about them 80 scholarships we gave them kids. Talk about that. They don't write that. All I can do is just show you guys, and you make the decision for yourself. Don't be a follower. Make sure you go get the facts, and then make your judgment. Don't follow somebody else's drum based off of the beat that you don't know because you ain't got the facts. All I want y'all to know is that I love y'all. And there's nothing you can do about it.
That's it.
So I'm going to end with that.
I was on the gun.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you are. You're the priest captain now. Yep. Yes. 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 Thank you. Mm-hmm. The Marcus, yep.
Thank you, Golf. Appreciate you, Golf.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
Yep. 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 That's right. Yes. Yes, I agree. Yeah, they do. Sad. Mm-hmm.
She sat here, she walked me through it. I'm like, okay, this is nice. But see, I just leave.
Mm-hmm. Bless you. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah.
I don't know. 5 rings. Not
Yeah.
sure. They have the public meeting at the beginning of the meeting, the way it's supposed to be. LA doesn't do that. LA punishes the people that want to talk.
Mhm. Gone. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yeah. 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 Thank you. Yep. Yep.
And as much as they kept telling me, nobody's gonna do anything. Nobody's gonna help you. You just wasting your breath. I said, oh, hey, you say so.
Right. Asking you will receive. That's right. Amen. Now you okay.
Asking
Yeah.
you shall
But thank you. Well,
receive,
thank you
my
guys
brother.
that stayed for staying for Mayor's report, just so you can get more facts and clarity. We're going to continue with conversations with the mayor, but we're going to start that next month. We're doing a walk for hope because we need that throughout the Southland. So we're starting that coming up. So if any of you ever want to partake in that, just let us know. You can walk with us. We go to different communities
much,
and
Michael.
we encourage them to stay motivated, stay positive, and just let them know that, hey, stay prayed up because nothing changes overnight. It's all
Thanks,
about
Tim.
timing. Timing's everything. So that's what we're doing. So we'd love to have you guys to come and walk with us, at least walk us out. And then if you got to go, then y'all got to go. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you guys so much. No. Yeah. Okay.
I always think
Okay, so
DEI
we're gonna
stands for
have you
didn't
talk
earn
to
it.
Tangenique right here, and she'll make sure that it's on there. So no matter what, you'll get the text back. All right, well, thank you guys for
Shout out
coming
to my girl,
I appreciate
Tangenique.
you, and again, I love y'all. Share the information that we gave y'all for ban back the block, which they never vote for, but I'm gonna keep trying for that. Even if it takes 4 years, I'm gonna make sure we initiate that because we got a lot of vacancies throughout Dolton, and a lot of y'all complain about squatters on y'all block or hoarders. We got a lot of hoarders too throughout Dolton. So we're working on getting people out as it relates to people that shouldn't be in homes that they just took over because it was vacant. So please just communicate with us. Thank y'all again. Enjoy y'all evening. Thank you.
I don't think so, Oscar. I've never seen them. You know what? Actually, I think they did a ceremony before because remember I was bagging on them for putting the flags right in front of the clerk's face. She couldn't see fucking anywhere. So I think they do things like that. They may honor it. I'm assuming they do. Most do. Some sort of commendation for the folks that have done good in their field for the city. I guess this is it. Are they done? What are they doing? What's they doing? Are they officially done? Do they even? I guess everybody could just go now. Yeah, but look, that's the beauty of it, KS, that it's that it's so unorganized. And some of the folks here are just their speech is awesome. It's worse than mine with my Goonies face right now. But live shot of Amsterdam, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful Holland, the Netherlands, you may call it. So, shit yeah. Everybody having a nice night in the Nethies. It's 11 o'clock, I believe, at night there. Something like that. April Fool's Day? No, what it is the next day after April Fool's. I believe April Fool's is a Monday. So it'll be on the 2nd, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, let me take a look. But we'll watch them live on the 2nd, which ought to be fantastic. Yeah, the 2nd is a Tuesday. So it's the first Tuesday of the month. That's what it says. So, we'll watch them live then. It's coming up. It's going to be awesome. It's 9:08. Oh, okay, it's 9:08, not 11. I was 2 hours too fast. All right. Thank you guys for always joining me, whether no matter what it is that we're watching, whether it's a live chase, an old replay of a city council meeting that's cuckoo, or live city council meetings in LA. I do believe those ding-dongs will be back tomorrow for the LA City Council meeting, so we'll be live tomorrow at 10:15 Pacific time. in the Morgan, so you guys can come watch that if you so choose. And that'll be live, LA City Council. Other than that, I guess that's it. Thank you for all the likes, the love, the thumbs ups. They work and they're free. The donos, appreciate those. I appreciate all the fun and the talk and all the jokes. I mean, you guys are I can only imagine how you guys are going to go in on me one day. Like on YouTube, man. YouTube's such a mosh pit. So yeah, I'll see you guys tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific time. So please adjust to your time zones. Thank you for everything you do for me and for Little Stink Bomb and for yourselves, for each other, I should say. You guys have a great one. I'll see you in a little bit.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Bye, guys. I said Pacific, but we gotta remember, Panda, I just had a fucking mild stroke.